Hey, Miss Janice. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Courtney. How are y'all? It is getting cold. Getting to be wintertime. How is everyone doing? Hey, Christine. Hi, Booker. It's getting cold there too. Yeah, it is getting cold there. Hey, Lulu. Yeah, I would rather have the cold than the hot. I can always put more clothes on. Y'all, I made a backup channel because I want to, in case of a strike, and two, because I want to keep like the drama and petty stuff separate from like the serious stuff. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Tammy. So if you don't mind, will you subscribe to the backup channel? I named this one BlessThisMesss Unfiltered. So that will be the unfiltered channel. And then the second one, I just put BlessThisMesss. Let's see what's going on. Hi, just Tracy. And let me know if the link, I'll post it again if it's working. Thank you, Debbie. Y'all, I really appreciate it. I just I know how people like to go around striking videos. So if that happens, then I won't be able to stream to talk to y'all. Hi, C. Marie. Thank you for coming by, darling. I appreciate it. I really do. Hi, Blue Penguin. Hey, bitches. Nick comes in with his appearance of hey, bitches. Did anyone catch Drama Live tonight? Y'all, I've been on another channel talking, and time like flew by. I didn't even know it was that late. It was crazy. But I know they were supposed to have did they cancel it for tomorrow? Is that what I'm seeing? How the hell did you highlight my name? I don't know how to do that. Put at and then your name, the name. Hi, Lynn. Oh, you think it's tomorrow? Okay. No, I looked. They've changed it till tomorrow. So, yeah, you just put at and then the person's name that you're talking to. Again, I'm gonna mention it, y'all. I made a backup channel in case this one gets a strike. If you don't mind, will you subscribe to it? I put the link in the chat. This one I named BlessThisMesss Unfiltered, which will be all the unfiltered stuff on here. And the backup one will be like the more serious stuff. I want to keep it separated. Vintage, how are you doing? On the phone, it won't do it. You have to be on a laptop. On the phone, it doesn't work. Or at least not for me. Not on my iPhone, it doesn't. But on my laptop, it works. Yeah, when you start typing in the name, the letters, the name should pop up. And then you just click the name. Thank you, Amanda. I'd be better if I could dig out these tonsils. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Yes, I have a time with my tonsils too, especially in the winter. I do good during the summer, but when it gets cold, they start giving me a fit. Why are my notifications not coming on? Me too, sweetie. Me too, darling. Mine don't work. Half the time they don't. I get some of them, but not like I should be getting them. So it worked. Just Tracy, I don't get my notifications either. Was surprised when I got this one. Yeah, I don't know what's up with them. Good night. Have a good night, darling. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Well, what's been going on, y'all? I haven't anything exciting. I haven't been on YouTube. I got to catch up. Did everyone see the live stream they had on Nikki's channel tonight? Okay, Tracy. I know exactly who you are now. Tracy. Tammy, her name's Tracy. I did just do a live stream on a larger channel. Thank you, sweetie. I do the same thing. Yeah, there was a we did a live stream on just Nicky, Niki, and that's old news, Tammy. I see, that's the thing. A lot of the stories have not been heard. That wasn't on YouTube. And I don't think one of them's more or less important than the other. They're all important. And that's what Onewen wants to do, Wendy, for her channel is, have these people come forward and tell their stories. And I am trying to set up live streams also on my channel. There's 3 people so far. I just got to set the date and time to get with them for them to come on to tell their stories, to speak out. But I did just do a live stream with another channel, a lot larger channel than ours, any of ours really, and just trying to put it out there. Yeah. A lot of people had questions about the Dr. Phil show, what went on, how did it come about, stuff like that. And Wendy, that's what was on there tonight. And, she talked about a lot of the other, stories that were not told. And, that's one of the repeat questions that I keep getting is, how come everyone, story wasn't on there? But you have to think there's a whole lot of information to try to compress into, 2 shows. And it's a lot. This is the name of Nikki's channel. And the one that I did my ankle is hurting so bad the last 2 days. The one that I just did the live stream with, I'm going to I'll put their link in the description of this video that I'm doing, but I'll type in the chat here. Hold on. I'll do this. Let me search it and I'll put the link in there for you. I saw on Twitter about a stream from you, but I clicked it and it said it was removed for copyright from someone. What? Oh no. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to make that backup channel. See how they're striking channels like that? Mm. All right, let me look this channel up for you. All right, here's this one. Hey, Miss Kathy. How are you doing? And on that one, I talked about Miss Kathy. I talked about Tracy. I talked about Marla. I talked about Miss Donna. I talked about Savage. I talked everyone, just about everyone. I don't think I missed anybody. I talked about Ricky, Shar. I linked everybody. I linked my second channel to my main channel. So when you go to my main channel, in the top, if you hit channels, it's linked to it. I linked them together. What does it mean if they're not linked, Tammy? Hey, Kit Kat, how are you, darling? That link that I just put in there is the live stream that I did with the other channel, and it's someone that knew nothing about anything in our community. They were, just came across the car incident and reached out to me and, asked if I would come on and talk about it. So I did. Okay, just makes it easier. Okay. I'm good. It's getting cold, but my ankle's bothering me. Other than that, and I'm good. I think I'm gonna have to put my boot back on it. So there was that one, and then I'll get Nikki's link for you also. Let's see, just Nikki. And again, I am trying to get together everyone whose story was not, the whole story aired on Dr. Phil. Arrange a time for them to come on and speak out about theirs. And then I know Onewen, Wendy, also wants to put videos on her channel of all, the victims. And that is just Nikki's channel, the ones that the live stream was done tonight. All right, Tammy. Y'all, time flew by. I couldn't believe it. I think I was on there, what, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3 hours maybe talking. Time flies by when I get on here talking. I'm so sick of people jumping on the TT victim card. Who's done that, Kit Kat? Got to be people that's new. Y'all, what do you think about this? I got asked this question, and I thought it was very interesting. A lot of people, that are on the outside that knew nothing about this, and I couldn't answer this because I know the situation inside and out, and I know Wendy. They feel like Dr. Phil kind of portrayed her in a negative light, like she was one of the trolls. Hi, the girl's journey. How are you? Yeah, Kit Kat, DM me, baby. What do y'all think about that? I'm glad to have you. Do y'all feel that she was portrayed in a negative light as a troll on Dr. Phil? I want to know how y'all think, how y'all feel. What do you think? You know, I told him I couldn't really speak on that because I know the situation and I know her. Let's see, Just Tracy says, on the outside to me, it appeared they were in on it together, question mark. Then I got on here, now I understand what's going on. See, okay, so you were left kind of confused by the show. Hi, Christine. Chaos Kitty, how are you? See, that's interesting. Y'all know I leave mine open. I like all opinions. I think everyone should be able to say their right of how they feel. I can agree to disagree, but I find that when they ask that, I find that quite interesting, and I'm sad that it comes off that way. Because Wendy absolutely was not a troll. She's never, like she said, she's never went after Trisha or had any malicious intent towards her. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link again for my second channel. Bless, me and the hubby thought you and TT were in on it at first. Tracy, that you say that, I think there were quite a few people. I just watched comments and stuff, and comments and live streams. A lot of people think that we thought it out and staged it for views. Chaos says, I don't think Wendy. Oh, look, somebody asked me to do a screen share of this. Hold on, y'all. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to start doing this when I do lives. I'm going to put the chat so they can see the chat. All right. Yeah, a lot of people think that we did it for views, but that was absolutely incorrect. Trisha, I agree, sweetie. Well, after I figured out it was you in the car, we thought it was all just staged. But then I got on here and we understand what's going on. Okay, Just Tracy, let me ask you this. Did you just start viewing after the car incident? Thank you, Chaos Kitty. Hi, did I just find you? Yes, you did, Angel Knight. Welcome. Welcome. Robin. Hey, Bless. I don't think Wendy had it. I feel that way too, Robin. I think, but like I said, I'm checking it now, Kit Kat. I think she did the best that she could in this situation. I'm not disappointed. I support her, and I just feel that when you're dealing with Trisha, you have to look at what you're dealing with. The thing is, in her chat, we all get blocked. So she doesn't have to see what we have to say, and at that place and time, she couldn't just block Wendy out, also known as Onewen. She had to listen, and she kept cutting her off, so therefore, she couldn't really talk. Yes, after the first episode of Dr. Phil. Okay, Tracy. Well, welcome, darling. So you are completely on the outside. You don't know anything. Hey, Justice Joint, how are you? I knew none of you before Dr. Phil on Friday. I don't think enough research was done. Between Trisha interrupting her and Sean saying she was lying. She didn't say, yeah, I feel that way too, Lulu. Chaos. A lot of people say that. I will say this, y'all. Even through all the bad, the good thing that has come about it is I am happy for that. Yeah, and that's the thing, like I did on the interview, the live stream. He was asking me, like I said, Onewen does not make videos. You can't really troll a person when they don't even allow you to comment. You can't troll them. And y'all know Trisha's definition of a troll anyways. Everyone's a troll except for the people that hold her wrenches. Absolutely have been blocked since the time with Mandy. All I said was go rest and stop the stream. Yep. Yes. And that's the thing, Vintage. A lot of people are now, they see this video and stuff and they're wondering what's going on. And like I told them, it is deep. It is, a rabbit hole you don't want to fall down, that's for sure, because there's so much. It's years and years and years. How did Dr. Phil find the woman on the show? A person in our YouTube community wrote in to Dr. Phil. And then they started, looking at her videos, and they commented in a live stream. And Angel, I put the link in the chat earlier of the live stream that was done before the one I did that you watched. And they talk about how did Dr. Phil come about and all that. Thank you, Tracy. It took me about 2 months to catch up on most of it, not all. And a person that was not mentioned, or that I haven't heard mentioned yet, was Luna Firefly. I did mention her today. Hi, Simply Beautiful. I hope you're feeling okay, darling. I really appreciate it. You have a good night. All right, let me check this DMs real quick, y'all. Oh, cancel that. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm back. Sorry, y'all. I found out about some of the Facebook stuff, then found more. Yeah, if you Google my Veterans Keeper and Google GI Bombshell, and then on Facebook, Catch a Bully is Fake, y'all, it's just loads and loads and loads of stuff. Hey, Queen Bee. No, see, that's the thing. She deletes. She takes down so many videos, but there's so many people recording them. I think there is part of it on there's a lot of videos on Truthfully Trisha Archives. If you look that up, it has a lot of the videos that she thought was gone, and they're not gone. You have to really know the backstory to research. Yes, exactly, Vintage. Yeah, everyone's a troll that doesn't agree. Yes, all newbies are welcome, and we're really not mean, hateful people. I promise. And the thing about it is, y'all, she says people came after her and were bullying her. That is absolutely incorrect. How that started here on this platform was she went after Amy Slayton, and someone spoke up, defending Amy. And then everyone else, she went after. And then, when they say something back to her, oh, she's just being bullied. She's being bullied. Yeah, Veterans Keeper. My Veterans Keeper, I think is what it was actually called. Um, WB Witch's Brew. Is that what you're referring to, Chaos? I'm lost. So I'm aligning myself with strong, sane women. Met Randy and B this weekend. Just lovely. Yes, I adore Randy and B. Um, they're precious. And see, that's the thing. The ones she chose to go after, they have been through so much crap in our lives that I don't know if she thought that we were just going to crumble, but she picked the strong ones to go after. Oh, TT Archives, yeah, it's got a lot of and y'all, they're always uploading stuff on there. It's older stuff, but they're still they have them. She thinks they're gone. Hi, Morticia, how are you, darling? Yeah, we are. I mean, we're not mean and hateful, but I'm the type of person, if any one of y'all were, somebody going after you, I'm gonna stand up for my friends. That's what people do. I tried to educate her on Black history and being a good advocate for mental illness. She won't have that. She'll block you, Angel. Were you blocked? You can't make any kind of constructive criticism. Yeah, Tammy was actually and Tammy, I would like, whenever you get time, for you also to tell what happened. Tammy was actually a wrench holder for her, and she was neutral. She didn't get involved, but she was new, and we could try to kind of warn people, but we let them, see for themselves. I've never told someone that is a Trisha supporter that they cannot come in my stream. That's absolutely false. I don't treat them any different. I may ask them questions, but that's only because I'm inquisitive. I would like to know, what they're thinking or how they perceive her, behaviors. It's so sad to hear she wasn't. Yes, this girl's journey. I agree. I think, most of us want her to get help. Right, Chaos. That's how it happened. I'm good, Morticia. I hope you are. I used to take up for some vintage. Me too. I was always neutral, which I still haven't, gone after her. I don't talk hateful about her. Um, she thinks stating facts and the truth is bullying her. That's absolutely incorrect. Hi, Danny. Nice to see you again. Hi, Donna. Right, vintage. I was absolutely furious. I knew what she was doing. I knew it. But just seeing the people in her chat freak out, that makes me so mad. It makes me mad as you know what. Hey, I don't know how to say your name, but I know you hubby number 2 to Savage. Welcome. How are you? Well, Kathy, that's like I told the other channel. When you go after someone's children, that mama instinct kicks in. If there's anyone that I would catch a charge or lay my life for, it's going to be my children. And you just don't do that. I'm not a fan at all. I just made a comment about not referring to herself as Rosa Parks as a white woman. Yeah. I think, there's going to become a lot of backlash over that. And for her to have the audacity to even say that, it's sick. Saying she had stage 0 cancer. I didn't know till this weekend I'm a cancer survivor because I had it. Yeah, just Tracy. A lot of people questions that. Morticia, me too. It's heartbreaking. It really is. Hey, Alicia. We're just chit chatting. I haven't had a chance to talk to him. If you've ever heard of a guy named, no, I haven't. Old weather guy. How are you? Hello, Ellie, Eli. I can't remember if it's Ellie, Eli. Ellie, Eli. Call you Dave. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I agree. Children are off limits, but that's something she goes for. She really does. I just, she doesn't faze me. I don't give her that power over me. Hey Debbie, how are you? Y'all put my second channel in the chat if you don't mind, sub to it. I wanted to make a backup channel in case I get a strike, so I'll still be able to go live and talk with y'all. She had a super chat going, whatever that is, and people were sending her money. I don't know. I haven't watched her. Hi, I'm new. Hey Jen, welcome. Heard good things about you, Bless, through Randy's channel. I'm new to the den. Oh, thank you. Yes, I adore Randy and B. I love them so much. And we do. That's the good thing that came out of it, the situation. With all the bad, we still have an amazing group of people that I have met and formed friendships and relationships with. Be right back. I'll swap subs with y'all if you'd like to. Yeah, y'all in the chat, y'all sub to each other if you don't mind. Angel, that's the thing. I think something is going to end up bad happening. Bad. Donna Marie due back soon from Germany. Yeah, she's supposed to be. Donna, is that you in here? Or are you just saying that? I know she's supposed to be coming. I talked about what happened with her tonight too. It's the same people sending her money I saw earlier. They should all just open chaos. That's funny. No, I was not able to go. I wouldn't, y'all. I told y'all. Listen. If I had someone to get my children, me and her would have went at it that day when she done me like that. I don't have anyone to take. When I go on vacation, my children go with me. B has B question mark. Okay, B is the one that was I don't know if they live streamed tonight, but B is Randy's best friend. You have It's Randy's life and It's B's life. Usually they live stream together, so I thought maybe you saw a live stream with them on there. But that's who B is. Yeah, Angel. And that's how a lot of people feel. Where's Lav? Oh, hey Lav, how are you? I watched on and off. She made about $32 some guy dude from England. Oh my gracious. Are you see that? And y'all, she is married and a mother. Wow. That is just mm, mm-mm. Okay, Donna, I just wanted to make sure. I thought so, but I wasn't for sure. Lavender, I hope it gets better, darling. A lot of people said that, Tracy, like, you need to make a ringtone and I'll buy it. Yeah, I was shocked. And even it took me like a week for it to sink in. I was like, did this really just happen? Vacation were for us and kids. Yeah. My kids, go with me, and we already had a vacation, so I didn't have they didn't have days I could miss. Did I hear my name? No, I didn't say your name, Kit Kat. I'm getting ready to check your DMs, so. I haven't felt Lavender, I haven't felt good today either. I'm having a off day myself. That's why I'm not on camera, to be honest. If you want to know. She said she made 48 and was taxed 30. Debbie, I don't believe that. Chaos, a lot of people been saying that. Maybe I need to make a ringtone. I know some people's wanting shirts, which I don't mind making shirts for anyone, y'all. That's my business. You want a shirt? You can have it any way, any design you want. I will put it on there for you. Whatever you want. Thank you, Kit Kat. I heard that YouTube will only monetize channel. Y'all know a point that was just brought to my attention. I don't watch her. They said that she's putting a buttload of ads in her streams now. Jen. I heard that Jen. How is that possible in a person whose car TT rolled onto? That is me. I was the person driving the car, Jen. Y'all, I'm telling you, she's gonna try to. I think so too, Tracy. But I don't think it'll ever happen. Y'all, I mean, the car thing, people could forgive her for that and move on. But the cancer, the death of children, she's done things to people, accusing a drug ring. She's done things to people, that I don't think they'll be able to overlook and just forget about. My first name is Laura, Leura. Hey, Lindy, how are you? I haven't seen you lately, darling. I didn't see ads watching on laptop. I don't know. I haven't been over there, but they said that she's loaded them up with ads now. They went and checked that out. For the new ones coming in, I'm putting the link to my backup channel in the chat. If you don't mind, sub to it. So if something happens on this one, I'll be able to stream on that one. I still giggle thinking about the shot look on your face, like what the hell's going on. She said something to me, and that look that they're showing, I was saying, I'm not going to do what? She said something, and it set me off. I can just tell by the look on my face I was pissed. Type, you disagree with her, and if you don't get deleted, you're blocked. Yes, Vintage, very true. Yeah, Tracy, there's legal action being taken on that. And see, Angel, I think a lot of people feel that way. You know, y'all didn't know anything about the situation. You were completely new. And, you know, look how you feel. Love you, Bless. I'm about to go night-night. Just want to tell you I love you, and I will catch you tomorrow. Hugs and kisses. Helen, hugs and kisses to you. Good night and sweet dreams, darling. She thinks she's going to ride the Dr. Phil show for her. Yeah, I feel that same way. She's done, you know, some vile things. And, you know, the car thing is like that's something a troll would do. You know what I mean? It's laughable. But the other things she's done, you know, they're not. They're serious. Good night, old weather guy. I hope you have a good night. It is funny. It wasn't funny at the time, but I laugh at it now. It's funny to me now. I was wondering that too, Lulu, because he didn't comment on it. I wondered that too. That lie she told Dr. Phil about getting your license plate to finish show. Yeah, she already had the license plate. Oh, we are. We're nice people. We're not mean and hateful. But I mean, if you're gonna bully one of my friends, I'm gonna stand up for him. Morticia, what happened? Did it something get demonetized? I missed I think I missed a comment. Ellen will never have her. And that's the thing, y'all. She does not. Thank you, Helen, darling. She does not have any. Thank you, Wendy. I love you, darling. Um, she has no content. We are her content, to be honest. For the new ones, Onewen, that is Wendy, who was on the show. For those of y'all that don't know, that is her right there. And she's going to be having some videos coming to her channel about, you know, the victims that were affected and, you know, their story wasn't portrayed on Dr. Phil, is what she wants to use her channel for. Yeah, Lavender, it's out there. It's been uploaded. Yes, Sarah. Appeal it, Morticia. Yes, I thought that was, yes, Lindy, I agree. I think, you know, like I said, I think she did a very good job. I support her 100%. And I think, you know, she did the best she could in the situation she was in, representing everyone. That is her channel, Helen. Just click on her name, Onewen, and that's her channel. And I put the link in earlier of the stream they did tonight, but I'll put it in the chat again for y'all. It was on just Nicky's channel. When I've been messaging people about that, trying to get it together. I've talked with Kathy. I've talked with Donna. And there's two more that I've reached out to and talked to. I just got to get time scheduled. I agree, Danny. I think she did an awesome job. You know, she kept herself composed. Um, And, you know, she did the best she could. I definitely think, you know, she did good. Let's see. And Wendy, I'll get with you tomorrow. I do want to talk to you about something that I want you to address that has been brought up a couple of times for people, you know, that didn't know the situation of how they feel that you were portrayed on the show. And I would like for you to address it. If you want to, that's up to you. Have you reached out to see who she accused of attempted? Donna, they have previously, if you go to Creepy Cauldron, Creepy, what is the name of the Creepy Cauldrons? What's the name of it, Wendy? That y'all's podcasts are on. Yeah. Do you mind if I send you a link if you'll come on and talk to it? There it is. There's the channel that has the podcast about all that. I'll send it to you through Twitter. I just would like to ask you a couple of questions about how people feel that the show portrayed you. I'll send it to you on Twitter. Do-do-do. Which I didn't think anything of this because, like I told them, you know, I know you, I know your personality, I knew the story inside and out. Therefore, I would never think this. Oh, there you are. All right, guys, let's see. Catch up to what y'all are saying. Ouch, my mouth hurts. I ate too many Cheetos. Oi, I like the hot Cheetos. My favorite part from part 1 was the car. Yeah, same, Lindy. Same. I loved every part of part 2. I like the pizza thing too because y'all, a lot of people really I don't think there was anything. I think it was just about the stream tonight. I checked it before I showed it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Did you hear what I just said? I think.
No, what did you just say?
I said, yeah, I saw that, but it was just a message about the link.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not trash talking to anybody. Goodness.
Right. Okay. This is what
Hello,
Know,
everybody.
it surprised me that people think this.
Okay.
But I guess, you know, not knowing you and you know, a lot of people say you didn't get a lot of airtime to talk, but I mean, we're dealing with Trisha. She can't block you and delete you, and she's gonna overtalk you.
Hey, Morticia. Hey, Helen.
Yes. They said the way they watched the show that they perceived you as a troll, that you were just as guilty as Trisha.
Hi, guys. Hi, Lindy. Hi, Jen. Well, I'm not. Hi, Angel. I'm not a troll. It's okay. People don't know who I am. A lot of people don't anyway. People in our community kind of know who I am. So I don't think. Hi, Keno, Texas.
Somebody I never even heard of.
Yeah. Well, I can see maybe where they would get that opinion because, you know, here I am, you know, yelling at her. But if you listen to everything that I said, I haven't said a negative thing about her, and I didn't. Hi, this girl's journey. Yeah, she is, babe. I didn't say a negative thing about her. I didn't I haven't said a negative thing about her, and I would love for someone to try to find any tweets that I've made or comments that I've made that are, you know, calling her names or things like that. I don't do that.
This is where they got that perception from.
Okay.
When she said, which account are you hiding behind?
Uh-huh.
Which one are you? You've done nothing but bully me. You didn't get to speak back, you know, and that's what I told them. I said, I can't really, you know, I didn't take it that way at all, but I know who she is.
Yeah.
And I told them, you do not make videos.
No, not yet. I don't make any content yet. No,
right.
Like
you have not made content previously.
Correct.
You cannot comment in a live stream because all of us are blocked.
Right. Right.
So how can you troll her? I mean,
I
everyone
can't.
is blocked on Twitter.
I can't. And here's,
I said, you know, she can't be a troll because you can't troll her.
Right. Right. And here's, you know, here's what she, if you realize like what she was saying, that, you know, first she said that I've said nasty things to her. I've told her to kill herself. She said that I wrote nasty things on Sean's videos. Even Sean came back and said, no, that's not true. So, you know, she was just throwing out everything that she could to, of the things that have been done to her. And, you know, things have been done to her. I'm not going to say that that's not true. People have, you know, called her names and they've told her to do horrible things, and I get that. So, you know, but I have not done any of that, and that's what I told her. Like, I've not done that. You can't find that to me. You can't find anywhere that I've done that, because I've always been respectful, and I've always spoken respectfully to both of them, even though they have not done the same to me. The podcast that I was a part of was an investigative podcast, and I explained that. I stand by it 1,000%. I think there was a lot of research that went into that. And it was basically just outlining the pattern of behavior that she has had for at least 3-4 years now, which should show the world that this is not new for her. The word trolls is not new. She's been using it for years. She's claimed to be a victim of bullying for years, and then yet there are years and years worth of posts on Facebook and Catch a Bully is a Fake, and where she talks about, you know, comments that she has made to other people, and they are bullying comments. They are disrespectful towards gays and lesbians. I've seen that. I've seen comments like that. I've seen comments where she talks about people's illnesses, deformities, physical limitations, all the things that she does now. So, you know, none of this is new behavior for her. The podcast that I'm talking about is on Creepy Cauldron Podcast. There's, I think it's a 3-part series. It is a little bit long. Sean tries to say that it's junk, but I think if you listen to it, you'll see that it's not.
It's not junk. And it is facts. Just
and
like
there's previous
stream.
There's proof. Yeah, it's proof.
It is not Wendy bashing her at all whatsoever. It is, you know, just like on the show, she says, you're bullying me. No, stating facts and the truth is not bullying you. The truth may hurt you, but it is the truth.
Right. She needs to understand the difference between someone bullying her and somebody just giving her the cold, hard facts, like you just said. I'm not a bully just because I'm telling her the truth about herself. That's not being a bully. Nobody's bashing her. Nobody's telling that she needs to die. We're just saying she needs to stop hurting people. And again, I will say it again here, because I'm going to just say it as I make my rounds to everyone tonight, that she can have a channel. Hi, Savage. How you doing, baby? She can have a channel. I'm not trying to say she cannot have a channel. I'm not trying to take away her rights to talk about her life. I'm only saying, and I will continue to say, that she is not allowed to use her channel to hurt other people, to inflict harm, to cause chaos. None of that. I'm not going to allow that. As long as I can stand up for somebody, I'm going to. And I know you are too. And that's all this community needs right now, is people to stand up and stop this person from getting away with doing harm. She can have a channel. She absolutely can have a channel. But it's not allowed to be an evil channel. Sorry, we're not allowed to do that. We don't do that.
Okay, does anyone have any more questions? Really, that's the only thing that people were questioning. And like I said, I told them, you know, she did the best she could in the situation. You know, I'm glad, you know, you didn't make a fool out of yourself like Trisha did. I wouldn't stoop to her level.
Thank you.
You know, you
I hope
didn't.
not. Thank you.
And I appreciate that. And like I said, you know, she did what she could given the situation she was in, dealing with the person that she was dealing with. And
Yeah. Well,
you know,
and she talked all over me. I mean, we
right,
all knew that. She talked all over me. She cut me off and you know, said that I lied about everything. I didn't lie about anything. There were plenty of people behind me doing research, and the Dr. Phil team also did research. So there was nothing that I said that was going to be allowed to be a lie. They wouldn't have let me get away with that. They would have stopped me. So obviously, the things that I said were the truth. She may not like them. She may not want to hear about her responsibility for some things that she has caused, but nonetheless, they are true. Just because she's loud doesn't mean that she's right. Sorry.
Very true.
Yeah. The person who yells the loudest isn't always the one who's the most honest. And, you know, she certainly tried to shut me up several times and jumped at me. And, you know, she thinks she's so big and bad because, you know, she almost pounded me or something. If you notice, no one stops her. She comes right up to me and stops herself. So she's not so big and bad. And then behind the alley, after the show was over and we were done taping, I was out back and she comes up behind me. My back was to her. She had a perfect opportunity to hit me, jump me, pull my hair, kick me, whatever. And all she says, and she even says this on her own channel, so I you know, she can try to deny it, but we've all heard it. She yelled at the producers to get me away from her. So obviously she's not that big and bad. You know, I'm not too scared of her, and she doesn't understand and know my background, but I have a thank you, Savage. You're my hero too, girl. I have a background, well, I don't need to get into all my background, but part of my training is I can take her from her feet to her ass in 2.2 seconds. She'd be on the ground in no time. And I know I don't look like a person who can do that, but I absolutely can. I've been trained very, very well to do that. So if she would have put hands on me, it would have been a very bad mistake, and she would have gone to jail because I would have pressed charges. So, you know, she didn't do it, and she's not big and bad. I'm not scared of her in any way. You know, none of us are. And that's not even the point. I don't even care to hurt her. I'm not looking to do that. I'm looking for her to stop hurting people. That's it.
Exactly.
Savage, you're so cute.
And that is,
Savage,
you know,
that is why you didn't come, baby.
That is a point that I made. You know, nobody went after Trisha.
No,
you know,
not at
we've
all.
always
Not
try
at
to
all.
stand up and defend, you know, the ones we care for. But nobody's went directly after her. She is the one that started attacking. And then, you know, when somebody says something back, then it's, oh, you're bullying me.
Mm-hmm. And then she gets, you know, shoot the shit and everybody else to you know, sign on to her baloney, which is,
well, you know why they're doing that, right? Everyone,
well, they want her traffic, of course.
Exactly.
My goodness, she did the jackpot. So they want her traffic. Of course, I'm not dumb. And of course, they're paying her and everything. Notice who her super chats are coming from. Come on.
Exactly.
You know, they're all coming from that side of the table because they want her traffic. She just hit the jackpot as far as traffic goes. But if you look at her comments, I'm watching her stream, and first of all, it's boring as hell. I can't watch. I will turn the channel. I'm not going to be watching her for very long, especially if she continues to keep our names out of her mouth. I have no interest in watching her. But it's sad. Like, I look at our chat right here and I look at the people, you know, commenting and stuff, and people are engaged with us. They're talking with us. They have comments about the things we're saying. They're commenting to each other, you know, things like that. Her chats are one-liners, insults, horrifying comments. They're terrible. And, you know, that's awful. I don't know why she would consider that a success. You know, it's troll after troll after troll, people thinking she's crazy, people telling her she's a lunatic, and hi Lori, hi honey. You know, people saying just awful things to her, and somehow she's thinking that's a success. I don't get it. I don't get it. I would much rather be part of this kind of a chat room where we're, you know, enjoying each other's company and you know, interacting with one another. That's a success to me. Sorry. That's a success.
I don't get it either. I mean, that's just like, you know, we were talking earlier, there is no content. What is her content on her channel?
Yeah, she doesn't have any.
If she is not clapping back or talking about someone, you know, there is none.
I know, and she keeps talking about how she wants to do stuff with her channel. Like she has a message, and she has a vision, and all these wonderful, go fight, march, words and chants and stuff. Okay, we'll do it. You have the biggest audience you've ever had in your life. Please do something. Do something besides a crazy dance that makes you look like a lunatic, and brushing your teeth. Come on, honey, do something then. If you really, really, really want to do something with your channel that advocates for mental health awareness or suicide prevention or things like that, things that she says she is passionate about, then do it. Stop telling us how you plan to do it and just do it.
I don't think that'll ever happen. I mean,
of course not. She has no content. She has none.
Well, the things she's done, y'all, people are not just gonna forgive it and leave it in the past. She put herself on national TV. The car incident, that's a typical troll move. That could be overlooked and, put to the past. But when it comes to, mocking cancer, mental illness, death of children, that's, people take that seriously. And I have got tons and tons of traffic and comments from, her channel to mine of people furious about her trying to be an advocate for mental illness and acting like she has mental illness, but they think that she's just, putting this act on. And, people aren't going to overlook that.
I agree 100%. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if she really has she really has a message to get out there, it needs to be something better than I'm bipolar. Like, okay, we've heard that message. What else do you have for us, hon? Do you have anything else?
Right. She needs a playbook.
Yeah, she needs
to throw that one out and start all over.
Right. And when he called her a chatty Cathy, I died, because that was yes, I am. I am friends with people on here. I do consider them my friends. I do. People want to try to say that I don't. But they don't know. They don't know my relationship with people. Except for Bless here.
That's the problem.
Say that again. What'd you say?
He doesn't have any friendships or relationships, and that's the problem. Yeah, we do. She talks to nobody. You know what I mean? Outside of YouTube.
Right.
People in her
she doesn't understand how to maintain healthy relationships. And that's one of the things that Dr. Phil was saying. And one of the things that I have also said before, which is that when YouTube and streaming and all of the stuff that she's doing is interfering with you being able to maintain healthy relationships in your life, that's a problem. That's a problem. And instead of realizing that that's the problem, it's the relationships that are the problem. Well, my daughter's entitled. My husband has PTSD. Everybody else is a troll and they're crazy. She doesn't understand her own ownership in the stuff that's happening. She keeps, considering, she keeps blaming it on everybody else except for herself and not taking any ownership whatsoever. And, as long as she continues to have no insight, she's not going to get any better. And I really am sad that she didn't take the help that Dr. Phil offered her. But the number one condition, the very first condition, hi, Crystal, I see you, babe. The number one condition was that she get off YouTube, and she wasn't willing to do that, even for the relationships that she says that are important to her. They're clearly not, and it's sad.
Y'all, that link I just put is my backup channel in case I get a strike or something with this one. And I want to keep like the drama, petty stuff separate from the serious stuff. Another question I've been asked several times is, how much of this do you think Sean is playing along with her?
Okay. Hey, Captain. I love you, man. You're so awesome. Thank you. I was cringe watching myself today. I'm not gonna lie. Watching yourself on TV, I do not recommend that.
I go watch my videos sometimes, but you know what? It gives me the motivation to change the things I want to change.
Right?
I will say that.
On a diet starting today.
I caught up on my sleep today, so Jim, I'm coming tomorrow.
Yeah, I totally understand that. Yeah, I was watching it through fingers for sure. Here, my thoughts on Sean. Okay, so I go back and forth on Sean. Thank you. So are you, my love. So are you. We just, seeing ourselves on TV is just something we don't do every day. So it's a little strange. Hi, Crystal. I love you too, darling. You are amazing. You are amazing. Thank you, Tracy. You're so sweet. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Captain. Thank you, honey. Sean. So my issue with Sean, I go back and forth on Sean, and I have been really honest with this. People have very strong feelings about him. I get it. When I think of Sean, thank you, Creative Newborns. When I think of Sean, I think of a very broken man. Lavender, such a dork. No, I will not. I think he's a very broken man, honestly. I think that, there are times that he's absolutely an enabler. He's totally codependent on her, I think, as well. There are other times, though, and yes, after that night, watching him with Shoot the Shit, it was disgusting. And,
I gave up all hope for him that night.
I know. But I just feel like, too, though, with Sean doing the best he can to live with crazy. She is crazy, unfortunately. And
why live with it?
Because he's scared to be without her. He thinks he can't do anything better than her. He's broken. This man is broken. And I just feel like, I know, he's complicit. He's an enabler. He is. He's fake. He is all those things as well. I can't, I will, Alyssa, give me that unicorn horn. I will sign that for sure. He is all, I know, it's hard I do have pity for him, but then there are times that I absolutely don't. So you know what? I do. I go back and forth on Sean. I can't give you a straight answer on how I feel about him. Sometimes I feel like he's such a broken. When I saw him on that stage, I'm sorry, he looked empty. He looked lost. He looked just, dumbfounded at his life and how he's let it completely get out of hand. And it's okay. You don't have to agree with me.
I think he needs to jerk that chain, to be honest.
I do too. I think he needs help too, honestly. I think he needs a lot of help. And I think he needs to realize that, he's not doing her any favors by letting her get away with her histrionic behavior, as Dr. Phil put it. He's not doing her one bit of a favor at all. And he, is responsible for his family. And at this point, I feel like he hides his head in the sand like an ostrich and pretends that things are okay. And they're just not. They're just not. And, the people that pay for it are the children. The other family relationships that are broken because of this mess, it's terrible. I don't think it's good at all.
Yeah, there is help out there.
There is.
The next question is, how much do you think he plays into this? Okay, this is my personal opinion. I think Trisha is playing this role, this character.
Okay.
How much of it do you think Sean is playing into it? The stream where he's been caught saying, keep it going, keep it going.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you feel that he's playing into it? I feel like, he's backing her. He's supporting her actions.
I do. Yes, I feel like he does. He does encourage her behavior.
Money's going to come with it.
And I think he does think opportunity and money is going to come with it. Absolutely. If you saw his video tonight, he talked all about, opportunity and stuff coming her way, which, I can't even imagine the opportunities. I use air quotes when I say that are coming her way.
More like her pure romance things she had up there and her knowledge she had. That's the kind of opportunities.
Right. I don't know how proud I'd be of those opportunities. Absolutely. I think he does play along, and I think he does it because he's terrified of her. He knows that he can't beat her, so he's going to join her, type of thing. That's just my opinion. I could be very wrong.
Put a 1 if you think Sean is involved in it. I see a couple of you saying I think he's totally involved.
Oh yeah, I think he's involved, and I'll put a 1.
Tracy says that. I do. I mean, I think that he has to, man, to be humiliated like this, and for him, especially that stream over the weekend. I think that he thinks there's going to be money and opportunities come along, and he's going to run with it.
Yeah, and what a price to pay! You're paying your whole family for that. That's disgusting.
I don't understand that part. I really don't. So a lot of y'all,
I think he's terrified. I agree with you, Lily. He is terrified not to be involved. That's what I'm saying. That he can't imagine himself standing up and fighting against her. So he's just going to do it with her. And I feel that's a horrible decision, obviously, and I think it's wrong and sad. I do. Service dogs, those poor dogs barking at her to go to the bathroom, and she's in there saying, "Yes, I took my meds, and mommy's fine." It's just so ridiculous. Like, can you please take your dog to go potty? He needs to go potty. Stop already with your medicines. Oh my God.
Does anyone have any more questions for Wendy while she's up here in our presence, gracing us? I just thought that was interesting. You know, I didn't think that personally, and I haven't heard anyone say that, but that's,
well, you know, there's,
I can understand, you know, if you're on the outside looking in, and especially the way she talks, you know, but I had to explain to them, everyone is a troll to her, but there's no way to troll her because you're blocked unless you send an email, and that's simple. You don't open them. You don't
right. I don't know. I don't send her emails. So I don't have any interest in communicating with her because she doesn't want to actually speak reasonably. Captain, there was a small confrontation in the alley, but it was not physical at all. I turned around and I was face to face with Sean, because they were walking up behind me. I did not know they were behind me. They were walking up behind me. I turned around and I see Sean, and then instantly there's security in between us, rushing me into a secure area. And then they stood outside my door the rest of the time I was there. And so much so that they, thank you, Angel, that I'd stick my head out the door. Yes, ma'am. What can we do for you? They jump to their feet and I would say, I just need to use the restroom. Okay, hold on. We'll go check it out. They go check out the bathroom, come back, walk me to the bathroom, and stand outside the door while I'm in the restroom.
They didn't want any type of liability.
They were
Trisha, her bark is a lot bigger than her bite. Trust me.
They were worried that we were going to go to blows, I guess. I don't know. She had her chance to hit me. She absolutely could have jumped me in the alley. But
I mean, she stopped herself. Absolutely. When you said she stopped herself, she did. I mean, if she wanted you, she could have. She had all air and opportunity right there.
Right. She was right there. There was no one between us. And then in the alley, my back was to her. So she could have jumped me there. And instead, she yelled at the producers to get me away from her. So she's, she acts like she's so big and bad that she wants, she could just beat anybody's ass. And I just think that's hilarious because, she had several chances and she didn't take one of them. So, okay, that's fine.
We got some people that want your autograph. We have a question. Why did they dress you?
They dressed me. I don't know. I guess they wanted me to have, they dressed both of us. They wanted us to have, conservative clothing, no cleavage, no tattoos. They did a whole interview with me before the show, making sure that, my eyes pointed forward. I'm not lying. That's what they really said. My eyes need to point forward, asking me if my eyes pointed forward. If I had all my teeth, I had to take a picture of my teeth and send that in. They wanted to know if I had all my limbs, if I had any, facial anomalies, like, skin tags or things like that. They did. They made us look like school teachers. They did. Which was fine. They did. It was fine. I had the cutest jacket on though before, and even took a picture of it because I thought that's what I was going to be wearing. And then, as soon as I hit send, of course, they come in and they're like, the executive producer wants you to wear something else. And he put me in that red shirt, or the burgundy shirt, which is fine too. It was totally fine. I just thought it was funny.
Would you do a follow-up?
Sure. I would do a follow-up. Why not? I don't know that anyone wants to hear any more from me, but I would do it. I mean, I don't mind. I wasn't humiliated. It was fine. It could have been a lot worse.
Was Dr. Phil nice off camera?
I did not really talk to him off camera, but he was super nice. Yes, when I went up to the front before I sat, I had to climb in that big old chair. My feet didn't even touch the little bar underneath. So funny. He shook my hand and was, thanked me very much for coming and introduced himself. And I just said, thank you for having me. And then I climbed into the chair. He was very nice. No, I did not meet Robin. I did not meet her.
Okay. What about, the skincare?
So here's what I know about this. Yes, I did, Kelly. I did very much want to slap her face many times, but I tried not to do that. I tried to behave myself.
You angry? Yeah, she knows how to get up under your skin.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you see me when he's standing in between us. You see me like kind of rearranging myself in the chair because, man, it was hard not to come off my chair. And then the second time they come at me and both my fingers go up and I'm telling them both to get out of my face, that's about as close as I got to them. The skincare, my understanding of the skincare was that she actually asked Robin for the skincare or asked the producers to ask Robin for the skincare. And they said no. They told her no. And what I will say about the skincare is that it is awesome skincare. That's what I will say.
You think someone else is jealous they didn't get it?
I think someone else is a little sad they didn't get the skincare.
Yeah. Are they salty?
I think they might be a little salty. Yes, I do think so. Yes, I do think so.
Let's see. Any more questions I missed? You have any more questions that we didn't answer? If you want to know how the show came about and all that, it is on just Nicky's channel that they did tonight, the stream about it.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you.
Where they answered a bunch of questions and stuff. And on Onewen's channel, she wants to use for the victims that didn't get to tell, you know, the whole story, or their story wasn't aired due to other reasons.
I'd like to, you know,
I'm messaging people on Twitter. I've gotten in contact with about 4 people trying to get that
well,
set up.
Laura, if you're going to do that, I mean, I don't have to do that. If you're already going to, yes, they did put me in the hotel. It was nice. Yeah, it was nice. The hotel room was crazy. It was beautiful. And I had the gorgeous view of the Hollywood sign, and it was really fancy and very nice. Yeah, it was kind of nice.
She talked about the whole trip on that thing tonight, from the car coming to get her. And it was, y'all, it was hard to believe that it was really, even on the phone call with them, I was still like, are you serious? Are you sure? You know, even though it said California on there, I'm like, I'm not sure about that.
I didn't believe it until I was in hair and makeup. I'm not going to lie. I was in the car, you know, before I even got in the car, I had my son, and we talk about all this on Nikki's channel, but I had my son take a picture of the license plate and the driver, because I wanted to make sure that if I went missing, he had at least the last car I was in. And, cause you know, I didn't know. And I'm like, if you don't hear from me in a couple of hours, you know, call 911 and give them this information. I'm sorry. And I told them that I did that too, but, you know, and they were fine with it, because I just couldn't believe this was really happening. I did not want this to happen, just like everybody else. Did not want this to happen at all. Just Tracy, go ahead. I'll answer that. I was going to answer just Tracy's question about, did she contact Dr. Phil, or who did? Thank you, sweetie. Yes, it was my honor. And there was a lot of people involved behind the scenes, and I'm thankful that they were very helpful. Kidnapped by the deep web, right? I'm not even kidding. Who contacted Dr. Phil? Okay, so one of the people from our community named Kaylee contacted the show, and they replied to her. And then it went from there. But I have a theory that she also Trisha also contacted the show earlier. And no, Trisha did not know I was going to be there. Contacted the show earlier, because I just feel like this, and I have no proof of that. That's just a theory, because I just feel like this happens so fast. How would this happen so fast? Like they get 10,000 emails a month or some ridiculous amount. Like how would,
like, why this story?
Right. How would this story, if this was the first he's heard of her, stick out above all of the rest? Like, I mean, what did she write in there that made that so, that made that pop out for them, you know? So, but Kaylee is the one who contacted from our end.
She got the backlash for it too.
And she took a lot of heat. She took a lot of heat for that. But honestly, I don't know why they bleeped out my name, because they asked me after the show. They came and told me after the show that I had the option of bleeping out my name. And I said, I don't care. Go ahead and use it. Like I knew, because I already knew that she was going to tell everybody. So I thought, you know, why keep it a secret? And so I said, sure, keep it in. And I guess they decided to bleep it out anyway. There were several things that didn't air that happened. But, you know, nothing that was, you know, obviously pivotal to the story. But there was a couple of things, like one, I gave a shout out to the podcast. I know you're right, Lori. It is for my protection, and that's fine. That's fine. I don't have a channel that they can really attack anyway. So I wasn't too worried, but, you know, but yeah, I know that it was for my protection. I know that, you know,
Tracy, it won't stay that way. If you notice, I'm sorry, Wendy, if you notice Friday when the show aired, her, views went up, and today it went up because the other show aired, but Saturday and Sunday, her live stream views were right back to where they normally are.
Yeah, she's going to get a lot of traffic in the beginning. What YouTube name am I hiding behind? How awesome was my comment when I said, I'm not hiding, girl. I'm sitting right here.
I loved it. I was like,
yes. I'm not hiding, girl. I'm sitting right here.
And that's the thing, you know, that is the comment that made them think that way, you know, that you were one that kind of went after her. And I was like, no. I said, you know, she has not made any content previously, and you can't comment in her chat, so you can't troll her.
Yep. No, I've never trolled her, and I've made comments on their videos before. I know, Lori, I didn't flinch. I was even impressed with myself at how not scared I was, to just not to sound boastful, but I really expected to choke. I really expected to be like Jan Brady looking at the camera, like, you know, stuck and not being able to say a damn word. I was so scared. But thankfully I wasn't scared when I saw her. I was surprised at how evil she looked. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you, Jamie. She looked evil to me. Her eyes looked black like a shark's eyes. Just dead.
They look like that to me all the time, y'all. They really do.
Yeah, they do. But you know, I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe that's the computer screen. But you see her face to face, and you're just like, oh, shudder. Thank you, Captain. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Kimberly. She is mentally ill. I know. She needs help. Straight up demon. Savage.
Soulless.
Yeah, she is. I mean, you know, I don't know. They were not. There was not a lot of light in those eyes. I will say that.
Appreciate that. I try to be, but the ghetto comes out sometimes.
I know. For me too, girl. I can be a little ghetto too. Yes.
He did say Sean contacted him. I don't know what they're talking
Captain. Who said Sean contacted him?
I see a comment from Carol. It says he did say Sean contacted him, but I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, I will tell you something too about the producers. And I mentioned this earlier in the other stream, but just in case people haven't heard it, she was concerned, or she has, you know, said that it was all biased because the producers didn't contact any of her friends. Paula, thank you. Yes, she needs it. That you know, that none of her supporters were contacted, and et cetera, et cetera. Well, the producers didn't go contacting anybody. They gave their numbers out, and we were supposed to contact them. And, you know, she knew where she was. She knew she was in Los Angeles about to go on the Dr. Phil show. And I know she keeps in touch with all her, you know, 5 supporters that love her.
They were in her chat while she was streaming, and they were filming her.
So why didn't they contact the producers and offer to give their, you know, support for her? Not to mention her daughter didn't want to have anything to do with it. Her mom didn't want to have anything to do with it. Her husband barely was there. He was barely functional. So, you know, that's her support system. And they didn't want to have a thing to do with it. So, you know, the fact that she didn't have supporters had nothing to do with us. It had everything to do with her. The only person to blame there is her, not us.
Right.
And not Dr. Phil.
She had it all over Twitter, and people were already, you know, they knew where she was. So if they wanted to be a part of it, they very well could have.
Yes.
I find that as an excuse.
They could have, you know, and then her supporters come out afterwards. Well, they never called me. Well, they never called me. Well, they didn't call me either. I had to call them. That's how that happened. Then they started calling me, but I had to make contact with them first. Once I realized this thing was real.
Right. I mean, it is sad. Only her side been told.
It is sad what she did to her mom, and her mom didn't want to have a thing to do with the show. She wouldn't even let them use her voice. That's how, and then disconnected her number or blocked the number or something. She didn't want to have a thing to do with it. She did. Yeah. I mean, how sad is that? That is.
Yes. Wow.
You know, Trisha said something on one of her streams once, Carol, where, sorry, that, you know, they contacted him for help, or they asked him for help. So that only gives me more evidence for my theory that they also contacted him. Hey, Amber, that they also contacted him. So I don't think Kaylee was the first time they had ever heard of Truthfully Trisha, to be honest.
No, it's still, you know, they jumped on that quick, you know. It's still surprising.
Yeah, it is. Lori, you're right. And I know, Kathy, you're right as well. There are 2 calls to her mom. They got both of the calls. They just probably played what they could. The mom refused to give them.
Yeah, the voice of her couldn't be played. Yeah. If you notice that, they cut that out.
Yeah, the mom refused. She wouldn't sign the release for that and said, nope, do not use my voice at all. Were you there when Dr. Phil called out Sean's behavior? Yes, I was there. I was in the back by then, surrounded by security. Once she jumped at me again and he kicked her off the stage, from then on out, I was surrounded by security. They wouldn't leave me alone. They wanted me to be protected at all times. It was very nice. I watched from the back. They had TVs all in the back, and I watched from there. And then as soon as she got back out to the stage, because remember, she was in the back also. So they had me in a separate screening area in the back away from her. Then once she went out back to the stage, then they rushed me back to my room. So when she flopped on the floor, he didn't even flinch. And Onewen said, "Are you going to pick up your wife?" I swear I was dying. That was awesome. I'm such a witch. Sean, you want to get your wife?
People say that they feel like Dr. Phil kind of was making fun of her, and with her falling on the floor, that he didn't help her. Please explain to them why he didn't take her.
Because sure, because he knew that it was ridiculous. He knew that it was totally fake. She couldn't have fainted. She was crying the whole time. So that's not a faint, first of all. You don't faint and cry. So he knew that it was fake. He knew that, it was all for histrionics. That's what, it was an epic pratfall. That's exactly what it was. There were people there assisting her, so he didn't have to jump out of his chair to go do it. There's people there for that. And, they all made sure that she was okay. And he said, if she keeps this up, this is how we knew it was fake. He said the phrase, if she keeps this up, we're going to clear the audience and get the paramedics here for the liability and all of that. And then you're not going to get the help that you came here for, that she needs. And miraculously, she got up on her feet and walked out. So clearly, when she realized that the next step was going to be the ambulance, she decided, oh, never mind, I'd like to stay on Dr. Phil. So she got up and went to the back. So it was baloney. She has told us since the show that everything went black, that she fainted. That's what she has maintained the entire time. Now, all of a sudden today, the truth is out that this can't possibly have been a faint. She was crying the whole time. The whole time. So it's, she's a liar. She's just a liar. And then Robin, of course, calls her out. Sweet Robin, who doesn't say a mean thing about anybody, says, yeah, there's no tears in her eyes. So she's just a liar. Then she gets back up there and has the ugly cry face for the rest of the show. Still no tears. So
yeah, Amber, I've been on there too, darling.
Amber,
I'm putting the link to my backup channel. Please sub to it if you don't mind, in case something happens to this one. She went on the Viewer's Voice channel
and told
our story in 2 communities covered for the dislikes of TT. I said I had to go
by 12, though. What do you mean you had to go by 12?
12 o'clock, I think is what she's talking about.
12 o'clock? Oh, okay. Oh, were you do? Oh, cool, honey. That's an awesome story. I'd love to hear more about that. Crystal, what's your question, babe? I missed it. Hold on.
It's getting out there. I went with a channel that I've never even heard of tonight, that has a bigger following than all of ours. So it's getting out there, the truth about her, for sure.
It is. And that, what that means is that more people are going to go to her channel. So that's fine. But the more people that understand who this person is and what she's really about, the more protection for the rest
of every story that I have known in the past year, along with the podcast, was on there, plugged on there. The links will be in the description. So not only will they go to hers, but everybody else's they'll go to. I mean, from Kathy to Tracy to Amy Slayton, all of it. Mandy, everybody's I put out there. And, we started at the beginning all the way back to Facebook, and I told him, if you want further details, then go listen to the podcast about all of that.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people, they're curious that, they haven't followed it and hadn't seen it, but I've noticed they're seeing right through her bullcrap.
Yeah, I feel that too. And I feel like that's just more protection for the rest of us.
In here, I've noticed that came from that channel I was at earlier.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see.
shoot the shits on right now. I wonder what they're gonna.
How
I'm
did
their
you feel
biggest.
when
They love me.
Dr. Phil's wife called? Oh, how did you feel when Robin called her out on her fake cry?
I loved it. It's my second favorite part of the whole show. It was the best. It was awesome, and it just makes me happy because it's just more people seeing, seeing through her crap. That's what it is.
Y'all, her credit card was not hacked. Who was in my live stream yesterday when I got home from Georgia and I said, I got a notification about my PayPal. I thought someone had hacked my PayPal. It is not. I got the same thing that she's talking about, but it's from YouTube. Connecting my Gmail with my PayPal. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was talking about it last night and I showed everyone the notification. If you go on my live stream from last night, it was on there. Nobody hacked her account because I got the same thing on the same day that she's talking about. See, Helen was here.
I mean, are they being dumb or are they being sneaky and shady? Well, I'm trying to figure out these two also because they're the other ones that I'm just all they do is make accusation after accusation with no proof at all of anything. And I'm just how do you get away with saying this kind of stuff?
Well, they're backing her because they want that traffic. And
well, I get that. Yeah. But this stuff with the credit card stuff.
Because if they don't back her, what's Trisha going to do? She's going to turn on them.
Of course she's going to turn on them. Trisha's using them just as much as they're using her, which is the joke of the whole thing. Trisha's using them too. Because that's, but as soon as Trisha outgrows them, then they'll be gone too. Because Trisha, I mean, look at the people who Trisha makes fun of. Toothless, whatever people.
Smoking.
Yeah, she wouldn't
with my Cheeto colored fingers.
Right. She wouldn't be friends with these people if outside of YouTube. There's no way.
I think that too, Lavender.
There's no way.
I was in here. I seen it. I saw the screenshot on Twitter about it, the PayPal account from the whole thing. Yeah, that's what mine. It had to do with my PayPal. But what it is, it's my Google account, which is set up through my PayPal account. It's YouTube, was connecting them, is what the notification was. And when I looked at it, I thought somebody had got into my PayPal account.
Right.
And Tammy Soley is the one that explained it to me and said, no, that it's YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's what that is. It must be that time of the month for YouTube to do whatever they do.
Well, it's the end of the month. Maybe that's why they're handing out, slips.
And they had already mentioned last night when I was talking about Trisha said the same thing and said that first she was saying Marla hacked it.
People are talking shit about me in there. Oh well, whatever.
I don't even listen. That's why I don't even
care. I'm not even looking.
I turn it off.
I can't care. Yeah, I mean, Pam and Rick are going to talk shit about me forever. They don't like me. It's fine. They can't say one thing that I've said about Trisha that they just can't. I'm sorry. They can't. I've never told her to kill herself. I've never called her names. I've never done any of that. So whatever. Pam doesn't believe in receipts. Pam doesn't believe in anything except for Trisha.
P-Day. That's her.
Yes, P-Day. That is her. It is. I don't know if I'm blocked in there or not. Possibly. But I'm not even going to bother saying hi. I should just go say hi. Just, hey, everybody. How's everybody doing?
I was in there the other night. They had me so damn mad. I was commenting away.
Oh, I couldn't even watch that stream. I fell asleep during it.
I was pissed.
But yeah, they infuriated me, and they're just her fake little cackle laugh that Trisha does. It's so fake and forced, and again, it's sad. Like she could have real good relationships in her life with real, actual people, and she chooses this. Why? Why? Don't you get me in trouble over there, P-Day. I'm not trying to be in trouble with these people. They already hate me.
Somebody's hacked Trisha's PayPal is what she's claiming.
I know. They're trying to say that Erica tried to take money out of her PayPal. I saw that. I saw that tweet that Trisha put out. And I don't believe anything that Trisha does anyway either. And it's the same thing that happened with the emails to the school. Anybody could say, I can make up an email account right now and name it, Bless This Mess. I can name it anything I want and then send it out. And that's the name that shows up. And then they're going to blame you for whatever I sent.
For y'all?
It's too easy to fake all that. Say that again. Tracy, honey, I know they are. And you know what? That's makes it all the more enjoyable for me because I'm a petty bitch. And I think that's hilarious. I'm sorry. That's my bad character coming out. But that makes it even sweeter. That makes it even sweeter.
Hi, Gigi. This is Onewen, also known as Wendy. She's the one that was on the show, and she's just answering any questions. And I asked her about the questions that people had earlier. This is what we're doing.
I am. I'm a petty bitch, Captain. I am.
I can be.
Only for some things. Oh, I admit it. I'm owning it. I'm owning it right now. I'm not even sorry. How about that? That's I'm not even sorry. Yeah, I can be petty. That's fine. I'm a girl. I can be petty.
Right?
23 thumbs down. I know they're not very, and that's Shoot the Shit is losing their. I probably need to stop saying their names. Huh? Is there rules about that I'm not supposed to say their names?
No.
Sorry if. Okay, good.
And Rick
Thank you. Sorry.
kills me the way he just half the time he's nodded out or asleep or something, and just like, and he's la la land. I'm like, what in the world?
You know what? Somebody pointed out that I almost died because I didn't even realize it. This is Trisha and Sean.
Yeah.
80 years from now, or however old the age difference is. I mean, they just the guy sits there like a bump on a log, barely says anything, and then the girl's just spouting, and she doesn't even breathe. She just keeps yapping and yapping and yapping.
Yeah, I put my
about
channel.
God knows what.
Please sub my backup channel. I've noticed Crystal. She says 18 thumbs up, 23 thumbs down.
Yeah, I saw it.
I've noticed their ratio is like jiggers now.
Yeah, they're losing.
Now it is.
Yes, they had a really good loyal group of people that used to love them, and people thought they were the best things in the world for them. They loved watching them, and then they started supporting Trisha, and all that has done is brought hate to their stream, and even their loyal fans are dumping out. They're like, bye.
No
they didn't want to hear. No, all it is just trashing Trisha's haters. That's all it is, and trashing people that that don't like them. And lying.
Gossip Gay, you see here in the chat, that is the channel that I did the stream with earlier. If any of y'all want to check it out, okay. Most of y'all know everything that went on, but
I'll look at that. Hi, Gossip Gay, how are you?
Gave him the rundown on everybody's story and questions
good. Are they going to run the stories? Or?
That's a totally different community over there. I had never
really.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to check them out. That's wonderful. I'm glad. Good. Get the word out. They are, Kit Kat. They really, really are. I'm good. I'm good, hun. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for listening to our stories and the stories of not really our stories, but the stories of the victims. I'm glad that you're willing to listen to them.
I did ask her. She answered. You want to answer for him really quick? I asked her how she felt about people thinking that Dr. Phil kind of portrayed her as a troll, sort of in that light.
Yeah, he did actually. I think you're right about that. He kind of put me in, the group of the haters, and I didn't really take offense to it because honestly, how else is he going to portray me? He can't really call me a fan. He can call me a watcher, I suppose. I am, but I've never said anything bad about Trisha. I've never publicly anyway. I've never left rude comments. I've never called her bad names. I've never threatened to hurt her or asked her to kill herself or any of those things. So, the fact that people don't know me, I can understand why they might be confused about, whether I'm just bullying her back. Yeah, haters with air quotes, definitely. People might think I'm just bullying her right back, but honestly, I don't feel like I did. I felt like I told the truth, and I don't think that's the same as bullying. I certainly didn't. I told her the truth, and that's all I've ever done, and that's all I've ever cared about, is the truth being told. And she doesn't like it, so she wants to call me a hater and a troll and all these bad things and say that I've done all these things to her. Haven't done anything.
You are not a troll. You are the only adult on there. I agree with that. I feel like I
was watching the toddlers. Yeah.
Yes, I love you kept
Yeah.
your shit together. You didn't lose it.
Oh dear. They wanted to see Takedown Man on Dr. Phil. Okay. All right,
Is Trisha on there with them? Somebody says she's
no,
supposed to be
not
streaming.
yet. Trisha's not on there yet.
What are they going off about?
Oh, they want a lie detector test about him hacking their stuff, I guess.
Oh.
Well, let me tell you, Pam and Rick, they ask you all kinds of questions about making sure you have your teeth in and things like that, honey.
She just gripped you with all the trolls to belittle your statements. Exactly. Anyone that does not conform to what she thinks they should are a troll.
Thank you, Debbie. I see you,
Like
honey.
I said, you can't troll her. You're blocked.
I tried, Kimberly. I tried to say nice things. I did say that, you know, she's welcome to have a channel and that there's cute and adorable things that she does on there. You know, cough, cough. Yeah, I tried to say nice things.
Try to find the good in everybody.
I tried, and I don't care if she has a channel. I'd love for her to have a channel. That's fine. Out of your mouth. Keep our names out of your mouth. Stop hurting other people. Stop lying. You know, stop hurting people. Do your brushing your teeth and your dumb dancing and your makeup, and leave us alone. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
He said she had an excuse to silence you. Yeah, she couldn't block and delete.
She had to filibuster with, you know, talking over me and interrupting, and that's what she does. Anyone who's ever tried to go on a live stream with her or anything even close to that knows that's exactly what she does. She talks over you. She doesn't let you get a word in edgewise. You know, she had to be stopped several times by Dr. Phil so that I could actually say.
Pam said she called Dr. Phil about TDM and the MFW should go on there and take a lie detector test. Thirsty much? I guess they're going to try to have a part 3.
They just want the traffic. I mean, we can see right through them now. Come on.
I mean,
they just want the traffic. They just want the traffic because they see what happened to Trisha. You know, but Trisha's not going to keep that traffic for very long, you guys. She's so boring that people are going to dump out, and then everybody else is going to get blocked, so they'll unsub too. That traffic for very long. Everybody's just curious. We knew that was going to happen. You know, Chaos. I see you in the oh wait, and shoot the shits comments. No, let me see.
They usually don't block too much. They didn't block me the other night.
Chaos. Yeah, usually they let people go in there no matter what they're saying.
I want to know why none of their videos that were reported for bullying and harassment have been removed.
Oh boy,
they're friends and family at YouTube. Yeah, that's what they say.
What I understand is they have a relative that works for YouTube. Is that what you just said? They have a relative that works for YouTube, supposedly that protects them. But you know, I just they're just bullies. They're terrible human beings too. I'm sorry. Gossip Gay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, she tried to make my opinions worth nothing. But you know, as soon as I open my mouth, I think you can tell that I'm not just a troll. Sorry. Coloring Academy. Captain. Well, good luck with Rick. I hope he gets what he needs. Yeah, I think they're connected. I don't understand how they can be more connected than TDM. I don't get that, but apparently they are. I don't know. They just lie through their teeth. Well, through their lips.
They're getting ready. They're close to tit to tat for the, you know, Jigger.
Yeah.
It's getting bad with them. It really is.
It is. It is. They're the next bullies that need to go down, I think. Though I feel like, and you know, I understand that I could be wrong, but I feel like they can be reasoned with sometimes. Not when they're on their roll and you can't stop them when they're, you know, when they're doing their, you know, speaking out of their ass. I agree. But sometimes, Captain, sometimes though, I think you can reason with them and you can get the truth in there and they can, you know, see reason. Unlike Trisha that doesn't see past the end of her nose. You can't ever. reasoned with ever. No matter what you say to her, if you say anything against her, you're the enemy instantly. So, but I don't feel like Shoot the Shit is like that. I feel like sometimes they are willing to hear the truth and even willing to change their mind and apologize. Some, very rarely, not always. Who is
if
that?
she keeps blocking our trolls, it will happen quick. Oh yeah, she's gonna do that. You were telling the truth
because facts are coming out your mouth. She was trying to keep. Yeah, P-Day, I think you're right. She didn't like anything that I was saying because it was the truth, and so of course
she cannot handle the truth. I've noticed that.
No, she can't. She can't. And I get that it was truth that she didn't want to hear. Sometimes you don't want to hear that you suck. I understand. Kit Kat, you're right. They don't. But I have seen them come in and speak, and usually not on their own stream. It's always on somebody. It's on someone else's stream. Like they did it with MFW. I've seen it. They've done it with Fairy Garden, with Marla. So I've seen them do it. It's never on their own stream. It's always on someone else's where they're willing to come in and hear reason and hear the other side. And, they seem like totally different people when they come into somebody else's stream. Stomped her feet. She did. I know, Tracy. Wasn't that gold? It's not fair. Stomped her feet. Oh my gosh. That was so cute. Oh, sweetheart. That was adorable. And I waved at her. Did you guys see me wave at her?
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I just feel like, she's like a 5-year-old with bad behavior. And
she is. She flipped me off and everything. 5-year-old. Yeah. I said 5-year-old. Yeah,
and they're rewarding her bad behavior. And as long as you reward that bad behavior in a child, they're going to continue doing it.
Yes, I know. You're absolutely right. But I don't feel like, other than the traffic, I don't know what reward she got from
Why
this.
not? What are you going to make me look now? You just made me
have on her head that's alive or dead. I know. I think it's that raccoon they were trying to hunt under their porch.
Oh,
there. How terrible. Listen to me. I'm a horrible person. Sorry. She's 40 going on 12. She is. She is. She is. She really is. Honestly, does not get much hype at all. She would need redeemable quality to get away with this BS. Yeah, and she doesn't really have any gossip gay. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she doesn't really have a whole lot of redeemable qualities. She really, the only thing she is good at is lying about people and making it so sensational that people want to kill her. I mean, that's honestly what it is. They just want to sue her and kill her and put her in jail and all bad things. So that's what she's great at. But hopefully she can do other things because we're trying to get her to stop doing this to us, She is going to have 10 times the trolls. And she already does. She's got, and that, I mean, that's all she has now. That's all she has now are hate comments and kill yourselves. And I mean, if she thought we were bad, she hasn't seen anything. I mean, these people are relentless, and they will keep coming and coming and coming. And was not, I don't know how exciting that is for her. She seems to think it's a win. I don't see that as a win.
That's not true. Bonnie has her own house. They're crazy. They just took Granny out because they needed room for Bonnie. Or Takedown Man needed room for Bonnie. These people are delusional.
Really, they just make stuff up too. I don't get it.
Yeah. I mean,
they're like the National Enquirer. Like, that's how I feel like the tabloid National Enquirer, like they just come up with crazy sensational stories. And then, they run with them like they're real. They're crazy. She has pissed off the African-American community. Yes, she has. Especially that Rosa Parks comment. Yes. Yeah, Captain, you're right. In fact, Keyshawn, who was the producer that we worked with, happens to be black. And when he heard her say that, and then the hands up, don't shoot, he was in the back, just talk about stomping his feet. He was pissed. And he was just like, girl, when you go out there, you need to call her on that Rosa Parks comment for me. Do that for me. And I said, I will. I got you, man. I will do that for you. And because he couldn't believe that. He's like, is she really saying hands up, don't shoot? Is she really seriously saying Rosa Parks? I'm like, yes, I know. This is who she is. Like, he's getting mad now. I'm like, hold it together. You're the producer.
You didn't have to bring her out. She said it while she was up there.
She said it. Yeah, she said it when she was up there. She said it, and then he wanted me to call her out on it. Yeah, I believe it, Captain. She's making enemies all over the place, unfortunately. And she doesn't care, I guess. I don't understand why she doesn't care about being respectful. Here's the thing. She thinks that she is respectful to the Black community. She will tell you Black Lives Matter and all these other, chatty Cathy statements about, different communities. And she really thinks that she's an advocate for the Black community and every other community out there, gay and lesbian community. Yet she's made more homophobic statements all over the place that I've ever heard. And then this whole thing with Rosa Parks, like she doesn't understand how offensive that is to people. I don't get where she's just missing. Sit down, Rosa Parks. Yeah. She's just missing that little piece in her brain that tells you, hey, wait a minute, this might not be a good idea. Boundaries. The girl has no boundaries. No boundaries. And then saying that, she's like Medea. She's learning her jump moves like Medea, from Medea, Jackie Chan. So she's pissing off the Asian community too. She needs to stop already.
Yes, it's crazy.
Anyway.
Yeah, she's always doxing herself and everyone else.
Yeah, she is. Vixen. Vixen, that is an unfortunate typo. But I know what you meant, girl. Yes. She wants to have constant negative group of haters, in my opinion, but let's say that's her target audience. She shouldn't block them because trolls wanted a reaction. Exactly. And that's what she gives is a great reaction. So by blocking them all, she's really limiting her fan base. So from a business perspective, that's not very smart. But what do I know? I don't make content, so I'm not. I don't know.
Go look at Trisha's Facebook. The NAACP is already on her ass.
Are they really? Me. Oh my God. She's just making enemies all over the place. It's hysterical. Hysterical. The hate comments on her Facebook page are awful. There's not one good comment. I have looked through hundreds of comments. I'm not going to lie. Literally hundreds of comments. And none of them are good. Like, what the hell was that? I'm not sure this is even called dancing. That was more like wobbling badly.
Right.
You are an embarrassment to fat chicks everywhere.
Who gets on there and does that?
Well, I'm just saying, like, these are the comments that are on there. Like, nobody's being nice.
I'm telling you, I really think that it's all an act for her. She just wants the attention. She does not care if she embarrasses herself.
No, no, she does not. Kimberly, she was saying she should have a hot one on Onewen. What are you talking about? A hot one what?
Kimberly, she's gotten more than one cease and desist that I know of.
I wonder if a sitting judge could issue an order of involuntary commitment. Any idea? I wish they could. I don't know what the legal, I don't know how you do that.
Have it done. Sean?
I was going to say, I think a family member has to do it.
Yeah, go through probate court.
But I think that she should, and but he knows that if he does that, I mean, there's no coming back from that. She will kill him, literally. I don't think, I would be scared for my life, to be honest. I don't think that he could do that and feel like he could survive. She better stay in there a long time. Pretty Pete, it could be. It could be. I still go back and forth whether, she's legit mentally, disabled or whatever, however you want to say it, or this is just a game and it's all an act. I still can't decide. I go back and forth. Right now I'm on the side of she has mental illness and needs to get a diagnosis, and a real diagnosis, not one that's, on a piece of paper that didn't even have her name on it, or a doctor or a date. She needs to have a real diagnosis and real medicine and real therapy. That's my opinion. It's a stupid act, though, because she's going to lose all her viewers within days. I guarantee she hasn't made much from her channel. Yeah, I don't think that she has either. I keep getting different reports on her sub count because I have people that can get me that information.
I would like to know. She has it blocked. Even on Social Blade, it's not showing.
I know, and that they're finding it in other ways. I don't know how they're techie nerdy people, and so they're able to give me a number, and it's not as big as she wants us to think. So I don't know how accurate that is. I mean, they're saying it's accurate. So you know, I don't know, but you know, she wants us to think it's like 6,000 or something, and she's not even close to that.
I don't believe that. Her views aren't high enough.
She's not even.
I mean, she's
not even at 2.
She's
not even at 2,000. She's not even at 2,000. You know, and she was already at 1,000 because she had super chat before, so she was already at 1,000. So the fact that she hasn't even hit 2, is pretty sad. You know, for all the traffic that's coming her way, she's that sub count's not getting. Yeah, and her views sometimes are high, but you can't go by a stream views, because if you click out and click back in, that counts as 2 views. So those view counts, what really tells you her views are her dancing videos and her actual videos that, you know, are uploaded without a stream. Those are the ones that give you a better idea of what kind of views she gets. She does get a lot of subs from random channels asking her to sub. They all want shout outs and all of that. You know, they're trying to get subs too. So how recent on that sub count? If you fall below 1K, don't you lose super chat? I thought that you do once you fall. Yeah, because when she got super chat that one time and then everybody unsubbed from her, it was so sad. And then so she couldn't get it again. You know, she lost super chat and then she got it back the next day. So I think, yes, if she falls below 1,000, she does lose her super chat. I think. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a channel. And I certainly don't have one with super chat. So I guess I don't really know all the rules. But I think that's true, Captain, that if she does fall below, and how recent on that was, I think like after, I think it was Saturday. So I haven't heard today after today's big influx of people, but it's probably going to be around the same. I'm not, she wants us to think that it's like, you know, 6,000 or 7,000, like she's next level. She's not next level, honey. She's not. Sorry. She does say that she doesn't sub to other channels, but the people in her chat will throw that out there, and before they get deleted, they'll try. And no, there are no meds for narcissism. Sadly, there is no treatment for being a sociopath, and so, you know, unfortunately, you're kind of out of luck there. But she might be able to learn coping skills, though, and she might be able to learn how to better integrate with society and have some kind of meaningful relationships through therapy. But she won't go to therapy. So she thinks YouTube is her therapy. I don't know how talking to haters all night long is therapy, but she thinks that it is. So there's a lobotomy. Have fun, Captain. We'll see you in a minute. Yeah, she could do lobotomy. Oh, it's funny. Anyway, Bless, are you still there? Did I lose you? Oh, there you are.
No, I'm here. I'm PIing for a minute.
Oh, are you watching Shoot the Shit?
I'm looking at comments and stuff. I see some faces over there. I'm just trying to look at comments.
Oh,
y'all, I don't judge anyone. I've always said that about watching other people, but it's the things you say. If you're two-faced and you're talking about my people, then that's a different story.
Right. Oh, here she goes. She's talking about me. That's right. Job well done. That's right. Oh, Pam thought I was pathetic. I'm gonna cry.
Them people, man.
Pam thought I was pathetic. Okay.
Yeah, nobody's gonna sit there and watch an 8-hour live stream. I mean, no, that's true. And I'm telling you, like, time flies. When I get on this live stream, before I know it, it's like 3 hours. I'm like, what the hell? Like, now it's 1 o'clock.
Donna, what happened? I missed it.
Guy threw Nicky Rev under the bus, I think.
What happened? Poor Nicky.
He went to sleep.
Nicky Rev, well, the guy, leave me alone. I'm a good person, and you need to stop trolling me. Girlfriend. Well, she aligned herself with a snake. I mean, what are you going to do? Like, if you think you're going to hide behind
another one, if you comment, did you hear about her going off on Miss Fairy Garden last night?
I did. Yeah, I heard that.
Okay, just because you leave a comment on a video that happens to be of your daughter does not mean that you're talking about the child.
I know. And first of all, if you don't want people talking about your child, don't put videos of your child on a public platform. What are you doing? I've got a ton of videos on my channel. They're all private because they're my family. I don't need my family getting rude commented, being commented about. No, thank you. Lugosi, I know, they're just jealous. They're just jealous. It's okay. I was a very sweet gift from people, and they don't understand that. They don't understand people being sweet just for the sake of being sweet. They don't understand standing up and doing what's right, even if it's scary and unpopular. They don't understand those things. And thankfully we do. Thankfully we do. I'm glad they know that I got money. I'm glad. I hope they think it's $6,000. They are. They're jealous. They really are. They're jealous of people's happiness. It's not even the money. They're jealous
right there
that we're happy.
Oh, weather guy said,
how sad is that?
It is not hate. It is the truth.
That's
Thank
right.
you. 100.
Thank
Back you all the way. The truth is not hate. Just because you don't like the truth or it bothers you, it is not hate. It is not bullying.
Nope.
I'm telling you, Nicky Rev is falling right in the footsteps of Jigger. Right
she
in
is.
them.
That's her little apprentice.
She says, nope, Nicky. You're hateful, weatherman. That's why you're a troll.
Okay. Oh, see? She's even getting her vocabulary from her.
Yes. Y'all need some schooling.
Look up the definition of a troll.
Arguing, I ain't no troll. She says, I ain't a troll. Somebody must have called her one.
Did you see the part on Dr. Phil where Trisha's telling him that she went inpatient because the doctors thought she was talking about real trolls?
Yeah.
And Dr. Phil looks at her and goes, it took 6 days for the doctor to realize you were talking about internet trolls and not real trolls. That's a bad doctor.
Yeah,
it's a really dumb doctor. That's funny.
Let's see. Reb has her lips right up. Yes, chaos. Y'all crack me up.
Chaos, me too, honey. I am too.
I'll
be a low life. I'll raise my hand. I'll be low life any day.
It's shoot the shit. They're aligning with Trisha, and they're like, they're gonna be the next TT. To be honest,
they are.
It's another channel. It's the channel I told you about earlier that has been backing her, supporting her.
Oh my God, that's fine. I'll be a low life. If that's what this is, then I'll be it happily, because it's not what they are. And as long as I'm not what they are, I feel good. I'm a low life too, P-Day. She has a goiter on her shoulders. It's called a head.
Obviously, I'm a meth head, but y'all know what? I'm pretty fat to be a meth head, because I think meth makes you stay up for days and not eat. So, and my face looks pretty clear.
Pam said she gets funky once in a while. Just ask her hubby. I almost puked. These people are so into oversharing. Oh my gosh. I never, ever need to know what end of your body you're being sick out of. Ever. Just, I'm not feeling well is what you say. I don't need to know what end. Ever, ever, ever. Please don't give me details. Oh my God.
Yeah, the meth diet. My meth pipe.
I need that meth diet after watching myself on TV tonight.
Telling you.
Cringe watching through fingertips. Oh my God. So funny. Is it bad that I'm hoping for her to get famous? On the Everett Tweaker Cam. I don't even know what that is.
The Tweakers.
What is the Everett Tweaker Cam?
It's a channel on YouTube that they have on Everett Street that shows the meth tweakers out there.
Oh my God. Captain, no, I'm not. Oh my God. So funny. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Kimberly. I know. I'm just playing. It's just funny to watch yourself on TV. You know, I never seen myself on TV before, so that was a new experience for me. That I've never heard of that camera. That would be hysterical.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch them, to be honest.
I saw the things that she was talking about, the tents and stuff in Hollywood, and I grew up out here, so I've been to Hollywood, of course, many times, and seen the Walk of, the Hollywood Walk of Fame and all the stars, and the Grauman's Chinese Theater, or whatever it's called, Grauman's Chinese Theater, something like that. The WAC Museum, all of that stuff. I've seen all that stuff. I asked because if you are, you cannot tell me your hubby proudly pronounces his greatest achievement of the morning and points to the toilet. I'm not married, so I don't have to think about anything like that. Thankfully, I'm the only one that's using that toilet.
What are they talking about? I'm not listening to them. I'm just watching the comments.
I can just hear them. Something about, I didn't even know you had a daughter. Must be Nicky.
If someone messed around with my son, I would be close to kill. I guess Nikki's in there trying to put a spin on her daughter just because there was a comment.
And you know what? Here's the thing too about that is that, and I haven't talked to Marla.
I haven't either, but I don't have to because I know she wouldn't do that.
There's troll accounts of us all over the place. So there's troll accounts of me out there. I'm sure there's a troll account of Marla.
Yes, now that you say that, I got a DM saying that it was a troll account trying to set Marla up. I'm glad you just said that. It reminded me of that.
So you can't, we don't know that. We don't know that it was really her.
And I sent it to Marla. So Marla knows because she texted me back when I sent it to her.
PD, I haven't heard any offers yet, buddy. Send out my name. Send out my number. I'm just kidding. PD's trying to hook me up over here on YouTube. Send my picture around.
Yeah, that's what happened, Donna. I forgot until Wendy said that, and it reminded me.
That's the first thing I thought of was that, how do we know that's really her? We're going to take a page out of Trisha's book. That's a troll. That's a troll account. Well, you can't tell me for sure that it's her.
And she had deleted the comments because you can click on it and it'll go to the channel. And you
right, but if it's gone, we can't do that.
Right. And that's when I got the DM saying there was a troll account made to set Marla up.
Right. And that's what I mean when I say that I'm looking for the truth. Like, instead of reacting and having a big tantrum and panic attack and cussing people out about what you think you found, why not do a tiny, tiny bit of investigating and make sure you actually know what you're talking about before you go off on somebody? Because now this person looks histrionic, just like Trisha. Sorry. I cannot believe that Marla would ever say something nasty about another person's child.
I know she wouldn't.
She would never do that.
That's bullcrap.
She would never do that.
I would have to see that to believe it, to be honest. I would.
I would have to, I would absolutely have to see that too. And Peter, you're making me blush over here, hun. What are you trying to do to me? You're gonna knock that off.
Crystal, she is aware of it. Marla knows. I let her know yesterday when I got that message.
And how sad. Like, poor Marla. She's not getting enough heat from this witch.
She catches hell, man. She does.
Every single day. And you know what's funny is that I'm in a couple group chats with Marla, and that girl will say, she'll pop in and talk about, say hi every like 4 days. And she'll be like, I just haven't even had time to come check. That girl is not on Twitter. She's not on YouTube. She doesn't she's not into any of this. This whole world goes on around her. She doesn't know a dang thing that's happening.
Rarely even see her in live streams.
No, not at all. She barely pops in, says hi, and then leaves.
Yeah.
Because she's got a life. She's got other things to do. Apparently, I do not at the moment. But she has other things to do. And, so this poor girl has this whole thing happening around her every day. And she doesn't even she has to hear about it from all of us because we're the ones, that see it and can inform her or not. And it's sad. Like, she's so not involved in any of this. And yet she gets blamed for everything.
Yeah, she does have a time. a lot of times she's up later at night. I've noticed that with her.
Yeah.
Which is me. I can't sleep. I nap. I cat nap. I'll sleep an hour and a half and then I'm up. An hour and a half and then I'm up.
This and that. You guys.
Video sexy, smart video.
Maybe I will start a channel. It'll be the Date Wendy channel.
Yeah, we're gonna play the dating game.
The dating game up in here. Submit your videos. We'll take comments on the videos. You guys can choose my next husband. It'll be great.
Can someone tell me what's going on? What's new, Ange? Same thing that goes on every day. No, we were just answering any questions. Wendy was talking about the show now that it's aired, and there was a live stream done on just Nicky's channel that answered all kinds of questions, and now STS is over there talking junk like they do every night.
Sounds about right.
Angel says she'll be the dating host.
Nice. Thank you.
Saying he asked underage kid. Yeah, what this Angela, I noticed that.
Is that the one that he supposedly came onto and made?
They're saying.
Oh, I thought that's what Chris came onto.
Yeah.
Not him. I thought he was the one calling Chris out for doing that.
First of all, you need to put your onesie on. It is too cold to be running around with no clothes on. That's why your throat's hurting. Where's your onesie you had on last night? You need to get it on. Here, take this medicine right here. Did you take the throat medicine? Why? It does. Oh, gosh. Look what you made me do. Son. Here, take one of these. And you need to take some of that throat medicine and put your onesie on. You got something to drink? You better get to bed. Do you know what time it is? You got 4 hours before you got to be up. You and your throat. I don't know what's up with you. Sorry, y'all.
I know. I have my onesie on. I'm behaving.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Did I mute myself? What did I do?
I can hear you, darling.
I don't hear nothing.
Did I mute myself? No. You're not muting me. I can hear you.
Not hearing. Oh, hold on.
I can hear you.
Got it muted. Duh. Sorry. There we go.
There you go. You back?
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
Y'all must have been able to hear me talking. I couldn't hear y'all.
We heard you talking about your onesie to your little one, and we all said that we have our onesies on and we're behaving.
Okay. He's going with that throat again, man. I don't know what in the world. What's wrong with him?
Well, it's been chilly at night.
Yeah.
It's been chilly at night over here. So.
That was what, 2 weeks ago. I went out to get him some medicine. By the time I got home, I gave him some before I left. I went to go get some for his throat. Got back, he said he felt better. Now tonight he's up. Mama, my throat's hurting.
Oh.
But I think it's because it's gotten cool and he likes sleeping with just his boxers on. That's why I told him better go get his onesie on.
Yeah.
Bless, can you make a second channel for the Wendy dating game? Yes, we'll have to come up with the channel name for it.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I think it'd be fun.
That might be kind of fun. I know. Well, now that people have seen me, there's no secrets. Everybody's seen. Everybody's seen all they need to see. That's funny right there.
You ain't no Wrangler if you don't know what Dickies are. I know what Dickies are.
I know what Dickies are. Crystal, your scenery out by your house, I guess, forgive me, do you live there or do you work there? Or because that meadow and those horses, it's just so peaceful and beautiful.
That's where she works at.
Is that where she works? Okay, I wasn't sure.
She works there and part-time at the pizza place.
At the pizza place too, yeah. What a beautiful scene. It's just gorgeous. So peaceful.
Isn't that different? And being at the beach too. I told her, I said, when I think of a beach, I think of my beach, Myrtle Beach.
Right.
Like, no, it's nothing like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really beautiful. I really like that scenery. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I was going to ask you too, Bless, does your son have his tonsils out?
you know what's crazy? He had tubes put in his ear, and his adenoids took out. Why in the world?
Not his tonsils?
Yes. Why
would they do adenoids and not tonsils?
I don't know. It made no sense to me. So now it looks like I'm going to have to go back and have his tonsils took out. I wish they would have done it at the same time. I don't know why they did that.
Thanks. Well, I know that doctors more and more are trying not to take tonsils out.
I think
they really don't want to because they kind of decided that we need them now. They're actually good for fighting infections and things like that. But
hold up, part.
If they were going to go through the whole surgery of adenoids, I'm surprised they wouldn't just do tonsils while they were there. Like, my goodness, you're right there.
They took he wasn't walking. He was already 2 and still was not walking. And they went and put tubes in his ears and took his adenoids out. And this sad son. 2 days later, he took off walking. They said the fluid in his head was throwing his equilibrium off.
Was it making him dizzy? I was just going to say, I bet he had inner ear fluid that was making him, or middle ear fluid that was making him dizzy. Yeah. Yeah.
And I work with like he was drunk. Even when
did he have any hearing loss?
They said that he didn't, but he's actually got to get it checked again.
Yeah.
That and his tear ducts aren't open all the way out. He still wakes up with like gunky eyes sometimes, especially in the winter.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, I know the tonsils came from me. I always had earaches and tonsillitis.
Yeah.
And even when I was a senior in high school, my pediatrician wanted me to take mine out, but I was too chicken. They say
the older you get, the worse the surgery is, for sure. Like I had a friend that was an adult that had hers out, and it was like a 6-week where she felt like people were beating her in the head with a frying pan. Like she would cry. She was in so much pain, and this was a really tough chick. And she was like, if I had any idea it was going to be like this, there was no way she would have done it. But the doctors really recommended her getting them done. PD, you had yours done that way too? Tubes, adenoids, and tonsils all did separate? I didn't know they did that way. My goodness.
They did the tubes and adenoids together, but not the tonsils.
That's a tough one. Yikes. I had my tonsils and I think adenoids too taken out when I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah, he's got them in his ears, Debbie.
Yeah. Yeah, Pretty Pete, it's not a fun recovery, my friend. So if you do that, be ready to take whatever drugs you need to sleep for 6 weeks, because it's a painful recovery.
Good to hear, Ange.
Asked her to pray for my mom. Told you she's doing better. You have no idea. She's a miracle, doing better today. Oh, honey, I'm so glad, Ange. That's good to know, babe.
I need mine out, but I refuse. Yeah, me too. I was too chicken to do it. I was like, I'll live with it.
No, thanks. Yeah, I don't. I had mine out when I was a kid, but my son recently had a really bad tonsillitis, and he's 18. And I was like, please don't ask us to do that. I don't want him to go through that. Back in the days, they wouldn't take out anything. Well, nowadays they don't want to take out anything either, though. Yeah, exactly.
Right to antibiotics. They used to give you antibiotics all the time. Now,
nope. Now they don't. He also had mild Tourette's. There were 3 separate surgeries. He also had mild Tourette's. Did he get what? Did he already have the Tourette's? It wasn't because of the surgery, right?
So far, he hasn't had any trouble with them, Debbie. Good. They haven't fallen out. They're actually still in there.
The tubes?
Uh-huh.
Rick is so gross. He's what a vile, gross person.
He is.
Just belching all loud. Ugh. So for the dating site that we're going to do for me, or the dating game or whatever channel, no burping out loud in my face. That's not sexy to me. That's not cute. I'm not interested in that. That's not funny. I don't do that. No, thank you.
Good night, Donna. I'm fixing to. Does anybody have
I know we're all just yapping about nothing now.
Well,
I took over your stream. I'm sorry, honey.
You're fine, darling. Anytime. I enjoy y'all.
It's just fun to chat.
That's why I like having people on. I can kind of sit back and y'all can take it over.
He said, back in the day, mother was smashed and they pulled you out with salad tongs. Yep, they did. That's totally how they did it. They put the mom to sleep and you wake up and you have a baby in your lap. That's totally what they did.
Lavender, that is very possible. We can do that.
I kicked Jackie Chan's ass. That's right. That's right. Maybe your Dawn can try chiropractor. It works very well with ears, throats, and maybe my dog can try. I don't have any issues with. Oh, my son. Sorry, can try chiropractor. It works. Yeah, I know. We're going to try every other thing besides surgery before we have to do surgery. Thankfully, he is fine right now, so that's good.
ADD.
He has ADHD as well. He's a strong little man. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad he's a strong little guy.
You know what, P-Day? You just gave me a thought. Y'all, I think my son, he's not in here, so I'm going to talk about this. I thought that he had a touch of maybe autism. But it's funny you say, I noticed like 2 different tics that he has. And he has ADD, not the ADHD. But I want to take him to a specialist back to Charleston and have him tested. He hasn't been tested since he was about 2 or 3 because he wasn't walking and we was trying to figure out what was wrong with him. But he is in like the slower special classes. But looking at him and talking to him.
Does he have an IEP?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He does? Good. Very good. Yep. Well, I know all about that. I've done special education for over 25 years. So if you ever want
that in motion,
good.
Last year, I begged them to hold him back all the way from pre-K to 3rd grade. And they wouldn't do it because by the time the end of the year came, he was where he was, should have been.
Right.
But he's always about 6 months behind.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, last year, they, started his IEP meetings and put him in special classes. And they finally are working with me now. He actually has a physical therapist and a speech therapist that he works with. And see, I had him in early intervention up until he was 3 years old.
Yes.
He wasn't old enough. Because that's where I worked for 7 years was disability and special needs, Horry County Disability and Special Needs. So I was right there in the building with the EIs. And matter of fact, his was right next door to my office. But
that's awesome, Angel. I see your comment.
They wouldn't work with him. Then he was kind of lost in the system until he got help last year.
Captain. Well, I'm glad that they're. Hey, Gary, how are you? Welcome. We're just chatting. I'm glad that he's getting the services that he needs, and I'm glad that you finally got those for him, that they finally listen to you. Sometimes it takes them, a mom has to get in there and hoot and holler before they finally are willing to, the trick is to put it in writing. Whatever you put in writing, they have to respond to. So you can't just say it, sadly. You've got to put a note in writing and say, I am requesting an evaluation for my son or daughter or whatever. And then they have to do some kind of evaluation on him, for possible services or whatever. So people don't always know that. And so they think if they just say something to the teacher, it's enough. And it just isn't,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going all Ting Pong way on you.
I didn't know that. I know I have a brother that has that's autistic, and that's why I'm wondering, he may have a touch of it. I just see some of his behaviors.
That's right, Lavender. You have to be. Unfortunately, it's sad sometimes, but you as the parent are the biggest advocate for your child that there is. And you expect all these, professionals around the table, especially during an IEP meeting. You think it's a little intimidating sometimes sitting there as the parent, and all these parents are, all these professionals are sitting there with,
there's
saying,
about 5, 6 of them around me.
And there's every acronym under, SLP, IEP, ADD, all these things. And, everybody's, I can't whistle.
P-Day is on Adderall, and my daughter's on Vyvanse.
Hey, Rennie, how are you?
From Adderall, and I took her off of it. She kept going like her nose was running. And she was doing it and not knowing she was doing it. She developed a tick, and I took her off of it. She's done good on the Vyvanse, so.
Good for you, Lavender. I'm glad, honey. That means that your child is going to get the services that they need. And, you know, as the parent, that's what you got to do. You got to stand up. You got to be the advocate for them.
Oh yeah.
You know them better than anybody else, and so you know more about autism than your doctors. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it, especially because autism is a spectrum disorder. So you can have everywhere from high functioning autism where they barely need any services or intervention to, you know, nonverbal children that need a lot of intervention, a lot of services. So, you know your child and what they can do, what they can't do. And so it's up to you to help the professionals in his life sometimes, you know, understand your child and what specific needs they have. Because every kid is different. He's on an IEP since first grade. He's in the
third.
I don't even know, something T8. Oh, 11th grade now. Oh, wow.
Oh,
good.
okay.
And how is he on track to graduate, or is he doing certificate of completion, or what's he doing? Due to toxic metal poisoning. Oh, wow, Rennie. My goodness. My goodness. I don't know what services are like over there, so forgive my ignorance, but we're talking about an IEP over here because that's what we do. What do you guys do for children over there that have special needs? I'm assuming they have kind of special classes or special schools, or what do they have over there?
Here.
I know here what they have, but what do they have where you are? I was asking
Rennie. Okay.
Well, because I'm always curious.
I got you.
Yes, straight A's. That's awesome, Lavender. Good for you, honey. And good for him. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome.
That's very true, Kimberly. Dr. Phil said that the kids don't need money and material things. They need that person to put their arm around them, and encourage them.
Oh, you guys have IEPs too, Rennie. Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about over here and being an advocate for your children. Not sure how we got on that, but yeah. But yes.
You're saying his throat's hurting.
About special education all day. I've done it forever. It's a huge passion of mine. So, I love it. They're in regular classes. All of his classes are modified and he fits in fine. Awesome. Lavender, that is the best case scenario right there. I love that. That's beautiful. That's wonderful, honey. He was on an IEP. Then after Adderall, he didn't need it. Wow. Isn't that interesting to me? I'm always wondering about this medicine, quote unquote, and if it really hurts more than it actually helps some kids.
I tried that with Haley. I let her start last year off, no medicine. She didn't want to take it. Mm-hmm. I said, okay. So I said, we're going to try it out. We tried it. First report card come out. Her grades were awful.
Wow.
And I came to the conclusion that if I had to give my daughter this medicine for her to be a honor student, straight A's in honor classes, she's not in honors, she's in accelerated, which is higher than honors. Why would I hold her back just because I didn't want to give it to her? I feel like it's, it's not hurting her in any way.
That's right.
That I know of. Now, I don't know about the long-term effects, but I've taken it and have since I was in high school. I was actually in 11th grade when I was diagnosed. And, I told her, I was like, Haley, as you get older, you may, learn to outgrow it and how to control it. But I don't want to see her fail just because I don't want to give her that medicine.
Right. Right. Didn't have to do us all this, I believe that. Thank you, Ange. Good night, honey.
Good night, darling.
Thank you for coming over, chatting with us. Second grade teacher in the school district. Low-income kids come from mostly single-parent homes. I admire her so much. Yeah, that can be heartbreaking, some of those stories. Both parents in education. One old family friend was a special ed teacher at my high school. One of the funniest people I have ever known. I'm a funny person too, actually. You just don't get to see it because I'm on here yapping all the time about stupid Trisha. But I think sometimes when you have to work in special education or education at all, you have to have a sense of humor, frankly. I'm sorry. Watch out for Erin.
What?
She says
my mom
she
paid
wants
for grades
to.
for my boy. Oh, your report cards. Okay, I got you.
Good night, Ange. Good night, honey. Good thing his IEPs will be followed in college. Yes, isn't that amazing? Yeah, he can take his IEP, and they do. Yep, yes, they do, okay. And they will do. Yes, Captain. Me too. Actually, she's a guilty pleasure for me. I have to say. They will do accommodations and things for you in college classes. Absolutely. Especially, you know, depending on what you need. Now, I work with deaf and hard of hearing children. So the only accommodations that, you know, the ones that I'm familiar with have to do with that. But I know that they will do things like note takers, and they will do, you know, preferential seating and all kinds of, you know, whatever's in your IEP that you leave high school with during your transition to college, they will apply in college. Yeah. And I think maybe not an IEP in the workplace, but by then you could be on like regional services. Cause I think an IEP really only takes you to 22 for special education for the school district, but they will transition you to other documents or whatever that can be applied in the workplace, because under Americans with Disabilities Act, you do have rights and you do have accommodations that they need to be applying for you. So absolutely. I mean, it's nice now that you have, we have laws now, and so that people get services that they need all through life. You know, it's awesome.
Thank you, Angel. She's a new one.
Hi, Angel.
She makes a great psychology study. Yes, Chaos.
Sorry, I'm French came from Montreal. This and that. An IEP is an individualized educational program or plan, and it's for a child or a student that has a disability of some kind, and a team of people will evaluate that child, determine what their present levels of functioning are, and determine what kind of goals they need, and any kind of areas of need or delay. They will try to bridge that gap and get them functioning at normal grade level as close as possible. Plan. Some people say program, some people say plan. So, but yes, individualized educational plan, and it's for kids with disabilities, any kind of student with a disability, where they need. Yes, Angel, you're right. Where they need some kind of services like speech services, maybe, or in the case of most of my students, it would be equipment in the classroom for amplification, things like that. Yeah, that's what it is. So,
and it's amazing. I hope it gets better. I'm sorry. So she's going through a lot, and she will giggle herself to sleep with, "Are you going to get your wife off the floor?"
He's just leaving her there. He really just left her there.
Are you going to get your wife? I love that.
You going to come get your wife? Yeah.
He says, you need to get out of here.
He was mad at me. Woo, yes, he was not happy with me. He was not happy with me. You need to get out of here. You lied. Oh, did I? Okay. Yeah, he was mad. He was not happy with me at all. It's all right.
Did you know?
It's the law that the teacher reported to the proper agency. Yes, they're called mandated reporters, and yes, I do. Yes, that is the law. And that is why people contact CPS on Trisha. Sorry. That's why. Some of us are mandated by law.
Yeah, you have to
do that. Disability contacted me when my son lost his survivor benefits from his dad passing. He can get paid money for his Tourette's when he gets older. Yeah, good. Get it. Take all the help you can get. That's what I say. That's what those services are there. He just left her ass and said nothing. I know. I couldn't believe it. That's why I was like telling him, like, come get your wife. He did. He just left her there. The producers are running up to take care of her, and he's, stomping around about how lost he was. And then Dr. Phil trying to finally tell him to sit down. Yes, it's a law. I'm mandated. Yes, so am I, Angel. Yep, I'm a mandated reporter too. I'm mandated by law. Yeah. It's not just teachers, it's doctors and priests or, ministers or pastors or anything like that. Counselors, all kinds of stuff. That's why I'm embarrassed as a vet. Sister-in-law is a teacher. That's why because I told him to, because Dr. Phil told him to sit his ass down. I know he
embarrassed quite a few people.
Yeah. That's what I keep hearing. I'm not
of his family.
I'm not a veteran, and I was not, with a veteran, so I don't understand all that there is to know about that. But from what I understand,
maybe, but I'm learning. Yeah, I see that,
and that's what I'm hearing, that he's a disgrace to his battle buddies, and that's sad. That's really sad.
Thank you,
because it didn't have to be that way. So there too. Yeah, I subbed your other channel too, sweetie.
Do you know if they reached out to any of Sean's family?
Yeah, Captain, you're right. You're right. I don't know. Did you notice the producers treating her very differently than you? I didn't interact with them at all, and so I didn't see how they were treating her. I asked questions, and I'm not going to lie, they came in every once in a while and sat down and talked to me, and before they could even talk, they would take a big breath and let it out slowly and be like, "Oh, girl,
Wow.
that girl is a mess." So I know that they found her trying, of course. So yeah, I do know things like that, but I did not see how they were treating her versus how they were treating me. I'm sure that they treated her nicely. She thought that things were going great for her until I sat down. So, I'm sure that she felt until she saw me, I'm sure she felt like she was getting the star treatment.
Let me ask you this. The way they edit it and put it all together and stuff, did it the way you saw it, did it play out the way you thought it would?
Yeah, let me tell you about that filming. They filmed the whole thing straight through. And there's when the screen goes dark for, right after this break or whatever, it's dark for maybe 15 seconds. Everybody stays where they are. Nobody gets up and goes to the bathroom. Nobody does. And yes, Angel, I think that they did. I think that they did feel that way. Nobody gets up, nobody moves, and then the screen comes back up again and cameras start rolling again, and you're off and running. Like, there's no breaks, there's nothing like that. They film all the way through. So the only things that were cut out were there's one where Sean yells at me for something, and I guess you couldn't really understand what he said. So they cut that. That's cut. There's a scene where my son actually yells out something from the audience, and he yells out something from the audience, and they cut that part out. Jacob's going to be thrilled because he was mortified. He was so embarrassed that he did that, but he was yelling out, and then somebody else yelled out from the audience to get a job. They cut that out. That wasn't my son. They cut out the scene where I talk a little bit more about the podcast. They cut that out. So there's just a few little tiny, and that we're talking about seconds. We're not talking about, many, many minutes of footage. Just a few seconds here and there are clipped. So nothing really that meaningful or that important. But yeah, no, and they don't cue the audience to laugh. They never laughed on cue. They laughed when she showed her ass, which was the entire episode. So that's why they're laughing. They had nothing. Hey, Lori. They didn't laugh. Hey, Kaylee. I just saw you, honey. They didn't laugh because they told us to laugh, or they told the audience to laugh. It wasn't like that at all. They don't laugh on cue. Absurdity of the situation.
And the little like clips that they show you when you were looking at the iPad and stuff like that.
Yes.
Was that filmed
that was filmed on Monday. So they came to get me on Monday in a car. They brought me out to the studio and they filmed those things. And those lines are my lines that they wrote down from my phone interviews that they took with me. They had been interviewing me all day Sunday and most of Monday, and before they came to get me with the car, and they had my lines ready for me, and those were my actual statements. And so they turned them into lines, and now I'm sitting in front of a camera, and they want me to say those lines again. So they to me, and I would have to say it back into, to the person sitting there. And it was, and they were all my words. They didn't embellish my words. There were a few things that I got to correct a couple of them because I was like, you know what, I didn't really mean it that way. Let me explain to you how I mean it, and turn it correct, because I didn't want to misspeak or say things wrong. Excuse me. And then that was all on Monday. Then they drove me home, and then on Wednesday we shot on the stage. So all of that was already edited by the time I got there Wednesday. They showed everything. So they work fast. They work really fast. But again, they filmed me straight through. It wasn't, yeah, Captain. They had me in. He says they especially love the scene at the location of the house, at the location house, Sean doing food prep. Yeah, the whole thing was fake. The whole sitting on the couch, looking at the iPad. Obviously that's not my couch. That's not my iPad. That's a set. They had me sneering into the iPad, all mad and snarling at it and shaking my head and stuff. That was fake. You know, it's just to set the scene. It's not necessarily supposed to be a lie. It's just supposed to be setting the scene of, you know, what's happening. And, you know, they did the same thing with her pieces, you know. So yeah, they had me in the kitchen holding the coffee cup. They had me, you know, lots of walking down the street, looking at bushes and looking off into the distance. They didn't seem to show a lot of that, but they had that footage in case they needed it, you know. They probably didn't know how long I was going to be on the stage. So if they had, you know, to show more of me, then they had footage to do that. But, you know, he kicked me off because I pissed her off. So I had to go. I didn't get to stay on there very long. But oh well. I can see her making up a story about him. Yeah. She's already done that. She's made up all the stories about him, saying that, you know, they coerced her into signing stuff and, you know, just the stuff that she's saying.
She already made a video and they called, the producers told her to take it down.
They did. They made her take it down. They made her take it down. I mean, they have been watching her since taping, and they knew full well the stuff that she was up to. So they absolutely called her and said, I tried, P-Day. I said only the truth. Care about was finding the truth. So I didn't care about calling her names or doing any of that. I cared about the truth being said. So they don't like that.
Boy, she got so mad when they played Takedown Man, didn't she?
She did.
Boy,
she was furious. Boy,
she was pissed.
She was furious. And the whole time that tape was playing, she was talking. Of course, you don't see that because they are playing the tape. But she was trying to talk and tell Dr. Phil like what a con man he is. And I don't think they're still watching her. No, they might be. But I know that there's a lot of people ready to say to the producers anytime she starts slandering them again. So I'm sure that she will watch herself and not do that. She did kind of joke that she needed that super chat for lawyers' fees. So I wouldn't be surprised if they threatened her with a lawsuit of some kind. I believe she'll make a return to that show. I predict they will come fully loaded this time, real shrinks and professionals. Well, you know what, Captain? If she does that and they do I don't think Dr. Phil particularly liked her, but you know, I think that she drove him nuts. If they do and she's willing to take the help, I don't think that I think you're right, Lori. I know that people are. I don't think they would bring her back unless she's really, really, really ready to take the help. I think that was the biggest mistake this time, that they brought her on at a time in her life when she was not ready to take the help. Captain, I'd love to hear more about that, but I don't know if you can say anything now, but I don't know if you'd be willing to private message me on Twitter, but I would love to hear. Hi, Candace. Nice to meet you too, darling. I've seen you around, honey, but I don't think I've formally met you, but hi.
Did she mention that, Captain? No, I haven't watched her at all, to be honest. I haven't watched her in days.
Well, she, this is my Twitter, Captain. Are you on Twitter? I'm nosy. That's all. My only reason is, don't say it in here. I don't know. If you ever feel like, if you ever,
yes, on live stream.
If you ever want to tell me, privately, I'd love to hear that. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. And she, yeah, she did. She said all this stuff, and she did say something about lawyers' fees and all of that. So I wouldn't be surprised if.
Well, we know she doesn't abide by gag orders.
Well, she doesn't think that she has to for some reason, and I think she's realizing that is not really the case, because he has quite powerful lawyers, and he'll take her for everything she's got and everything she will get. And she's dumb if she wants to do that. So I don't know.
Interesting.
Does Beep's Cat have a new channel? Oh dear.
I don't know.
She got her channel taken down. But I'm seeing a Beep's Cat in as of 2 days ago. I think she's got a new channel. Great. Dr. Phil, Trisha, and my reaction. Oh, I can't wait to see that. I'm sure she's going to have wonderful things to say about me. Yeah, she doesn't have any respect for cease and desist. She just thinks she's untouchable. She does. She really does. A gag reflex, apparently. Yeah. No, it's a cat. It's not a. It's like a black cat. It's not a. It's not a mugshot, is it? It looks like a. It's like a black cat or something.
I don't see it.
Is it
under the same name?
You can tell me if it's real or not. That's who I'm. That's who I just sent it to your DMs. Anyway. Who's this, Lori? Is this a troll account? Yeah, no, that's not her. That's not the one that I just posted. I think you're right, Rennie.
Yeah, that's
but we all see.
New one.
Yeah, there's a new one that I just sent you.
Yep. Under a different name than it used to be.
It's not Makeup Addict. It's different, and who knows if it's even her. Veep's cat is just a person. She's a Trisha lover. She's just a person who supports Trisha. Appreciate y'all get code words for everyone. That way it's hillbilly security for y'all. I know. I don't even care. How sad is that? I should be smarter about that. I just say everybody's name. I I'm not saying anything bad.
Right.
I'm not trying to be rude. Sure, Lori, I'll send it to you right now, hon. I'm not trying to be nasty to anybody. In fact, I'm spreading her channel. So that's probably good stuff, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't think about it. I need to be better about it. Especially
most people we have word names for.
We have code names for it. Yeah, I know. I need to be better about it. See, this is what happens because you don't make content. When you don't make content, you don't think about.
That's why you have a backup channel. So if anyone has not subscribed, I'm putting it in the chat. That way, I'm covered. I wouldn't be able to keep all that straight. Yeah, I heard about that, Captain. No, I did through Les. Oh, maybe. All right, guys. I've been saying for an hour. I'm gonna get off here.
Yeah, let's go to bed. I need to go to bed too.
Cackling hens. I have to leave the roost and do some work. I got to go do some sleeping work too. But I love sleep. You all. Everybody was.
Thank
you, Wendy, for coming on. I love you all too. I appreciate it.
Me too. I'm thankful that you let me, and it was fun. I love chatting with you guys, and I'm gonna go too. Everybody have a good night. I'm out of here.
Good night, y'all.
Bye, everybody. Love you guys.
Good night, darling. Sweet dreams. You had to carve a pumpkin. Oh, you have to carve one. Oh, goodness. Yeah, everyone have a good night, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Good night and sweet dreams. I hope y'all have a wonderful day tomorrow. Stay warm because it's freezing where I'm at. And let me find the hangout.